Hello! Everything's working. That's great. I love to see that. You gotta turn the audio back up on the game. We're playing more Library of Ruina. That's what this game is called. You know, I was sitting around before the stream, I was like, I should play something else maybe, because I can't think anything right now. And then I was like, I know, it's probably be fine. I remember this game being a little confusing at first, but I was kind of picking it up a little bit. I'm excited to get back into it. It's got a cool style. I like card games. I haven't been playing a lot of card games lately. Though, I am a little bit confused on to what I'm supposed to be doing next. Though I do have this just list of objectives to do here on the right, so maybe I should just do those. This is like reverse Slay the Spire. It's so you're Roland. You've been teleported into a library. You don't know where you came from. You're from the dark city where people get like chopped up for parts and sold. It's a very Shadowrun-esque. I was kind of getting. It's from Project Moon Studios, which is apparently like a much bigger studio than I was aware of. People really like their games. I've only seen one of the other ones. I watched a trailer for it. People are like, hey, you should check this out. It's very SCP based. Apparently there's no magic involved, so we gotta something about this magical library where people are getting teleported and then getting transformed into books is some sort of science entity kind of thing. Because, you know, at some point magic and science just kind of fuse together. I can't really tell you why or how. Well, that's how it works. Anyhow, I don't exactly know what to do next. We just unlocked this other floor of the library where we have Malkuth here. She's doing her thing. I don't really know. I think we have to go and obtain. We have to unlock the other floors of the library. There's 4 other floors we have to do. So I think we have to go through Malkuth in order to get there. And I imagine we just go through all the kind of books that we unlocked last time in order to get there, because the way you go through levels is you have to register a book. And these are like the drops from the enemies. It's like if you killed a slime in a video game, and then you had to use slimes to move on to the next level, which makes sense. I kind of like that idea. But it also doesn't tell you exactly if you're following the right path, so I don't know for sure. Can I just knock on my door? Give me 1 second. You still hear me? We're fine, probably. I have no idea what that was. So I think we'll just pop into it. Book of Rats is the one we just beat, I think, here. Oh. Hey, well, thank you so much for the resubscription. I really appreciate it. 5 months! I didn't even realize I've been an affiliate for 5 months. Gosh. The time goes. Time flows. And here we are, playing this game. Yee! How are you? How was the rest of your, Luigi's Mansion? I was peeping the sand fight, because I was working on a thing for Knights of the Bantam at the same time, and also writing a paper. A lot of fun stuff going on. Time is a construct. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna deconstruct all of time. Let's go. I'm gonna break it apart. It's basically that, yeah. Makes sense. I should definitely play the Luigi's Mansion's games. They seem fun. So we have our deck here. I don't remember how we built this lady because it's been a week. But we got a cool little card here, Art of Defense, and we're just gonna fight these 2 dudes. They don't seem particularly scary. We'll just go for it. We'll see what happens. It'll be great. Okay. So we're starting in combat. We have to roll to see initiative, pretty much. So we're going first. We have 3 mana. Both of these people are going to target me. One thing I'm not super sure about is how, attacks flow. This person's just evading. So it doesn't matter if I try and hit them. What I should do is go for this person. And I should probably do... I could Commandeer, but that's 3 mana, and I think I only generate 2 mana per turn on each character. So what I'm gonna do is probably just hit him with this, because it's a 3 to 6 and a 2 to 6. That's a 1 to 4. 1 to 8 is probably better here. Because our 3 to 5 is going to go up against their thing to hit, so we're going to hit them regardless, I think. I don't know if they hit us too. They might. I don't know. But then the second attack, the 1 out of 4, is going to be a dice roll. Basically, if they get a 4 on that and we get a less than 4 on our 1 through 8, we get hit. That's how I'm remembering this game. Okay, perfect. That was fine. I love that. I also know that the longer fights go, the better it's for you. This time, this person's attacking and this person's also attacking, so we could probably kill this person and not get them to hit us at all, which would probably be great. I'd love to see that. We'll just hit him with another 2-4. Both of these people, they have like weaknesses up in the corner. Like up here, weak to slash, fatal to pierce, and then normal to that. So, type advantages. Basically pretty much just normal combat stuff in games. Can't really say much more to it, but I think we will kill this person with a good enough hit, so let's hope for the best. There we go. So we did get hit twice there, that's not great. 2 out of 3. What do we want to do here? I think this is fine, because we already have 4 mana. We don't have a card that's more expensive than 3. So let's just bop them a bit. Get them with our best card. Curtain call for the reception of Yun's office fixtures. This game has a lot of style. I'm into it. Ooh. Weird amount of lag there. Here's our drops. Bunch of book 9s. I genuinely don't know if I'm doing the right thing here. Because I'm just slowly working down towards this. Like if I put Book of Something here, that'll get me that. And I've already done this fight. If I put another Book of Something, Book of Rats, this is nothing. Because if it's red, that means it's something important. If I put the Book of a Grade 9 Fixer, Finn will show up here, and I can fight him again. If I put 2 Books of a Grade 9 Fixer, is that something more? No, I can only have 1 of each. Interesting. Book of Something, Book of Yun, Airy, Book of Yun's Office, Book of Finn. No, it's just those. Huh. What if I, so I have these books, and I'm on the next floor. So if I burn a bunch of these, what does that get me? Because you're basically opening up card packs. Though I now just have a bunch of junk cards in my inventory, which is probably not great. Let me also get rid of all these Book of Rats. Which, I like these cards. They're neat. But I don't need any more of them. Instead, let's go up here. Let's go to Invitation. Let's try putting in the Book of Yun, which is nothing. But if I also put in the Book of Airy, also nothing. Nothing. Interesting. Book of Finn gets me the fight against Yun and Airy, which I don't need necessarily. Because I already did that once. So I put the Book of Yun's Office. Alright, Book of Yun's Office will get me to a new fight. So I guess let's go to the Book of Yun's Office. Oh hey, these are robots. You guys should regularly refill your head with brain fluid. A dry brain dulls your thoughts. I knew I've been feeling so hazy these days. So these are not robots, they're human beings, but they steal brain fluid from people? What are we gonna rob this time? I think we should go for a workshop. Workshops are rich and they have useful components too. How about an office? We should earn some infamy if we take down an office or two. I don't think we'll get anything valuable from the offices we can take on right now. A restaurant then. I like delicious stuff. Let's go steal from a McDonald's. You moron. Did you ever forget why we got our new bodies? So we don't have to eat anymore? We wanted to focus on earning without having to worry about food or sickness. Gosh, that sounds awful. That sounds like a nightmare. That's like if you're someone who... Hey, power to you if you enjoy eating Soylent. I will never eat Soylent. Unless I get tired enough in life, in which I'm very much on board with eating Soylent. I'm very flimsy on my beliefs. That's right. We're enduring like crazy. These bodies just need brain fluid, fuel, and some repairs from time to time. But what if brain fluid tastes like different? Or what if fuels taste different? Then you're just eating again. You've just come back to eating just different kinds of food. We can make money without feeling hungry or thirsty. That's true. It costs a fortune to get ourselves whole body replacements. But it's still uncomfortable. I don't know if I have to eat anymore, but I keep thinking about all the tasty things I had before. It makes me want to taste them again. Like, if you replace your body with robot parts, you can't get that new cross-based pizza at the Little Caesars. The cross calzone. The cross zone is very biblical, very Jesus-like, but it's just a pizza. That's because we got cheap bodies from a cheap workshop. We just have to earn more, then we can replace our bodies with better ones. The most expensive ones can even adjust emotions and completely shut off desires, on top of having good performance. Sounds great. They all sound cold. They sound like the voice acting in the background is like, they sound like they're chilly. I guess that's pretty much just nervous, but like, it's unsettling. But those are almost as expensive as a Nest household. Amazon Nest. We can worry about that later. Let's focus on money making now. It's all about money in the end. So don't bring up restaurants, you're making me want to eat stuff too. But there's a piece of paper stuck to your body. I like how this body doesn't have any sensory systems, but it's annoying to be unable to feel things like this. Yeah, what if you get stabbed? You'll never know. Let's have a look at this piece of paper first. I don't think it was in your body until just now. Maybe we got too infamous and someone sent us this calling card or something. How did you get too infamous? I don't think you've done anything. Or maybe a coupon for some yummy new food. One track mind. Oh yes. Our buddy Roland and Angela can see all these scenes happening at the same time. Are all syndicates composed of such half-witted individuals? I was expecting something more refined. It all depends on the syndicate. The city's crowded with them. You could even say there's one for every fixer out there. A number of thugs gather up and do things under a name and you get yourself a syndicate. They're involved in all sorts of different businesses, so it's kind of hard to give a general description beyond that. They seem sloppy. Are those machines? They aren't machines or AI, despite their appearance. Pure machines carrying their own emotions and desires have long since disappeared from the city. These guys are just using whole body replacements, and low quality ones from a shoddy workshop at that. I see. Alright, let's prepare for the reception. These people have showed up in the library, so now we gotta kill them. We find any valuable stuff here, right? We just have to chop up some monsters and take some books. This body has strength if nothing else. We came here for loot, but what if that piece of paper was all a lie? Maybe we were too naive. There's no need to worry, dear guests. In this place, we strictly play by the rules written on the invitation. Ugh. Welcome, dear guests. This is the library. And I'm Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake. I don't know why I explained the whole plot of this game if every time Angela has a conversation with someone, she just does the same exposition over and over again. In this library, you may obtain books based on the listed invitation if you overcome the ordeal, that is. It must be one of those ploys by rich folks. It's all entertainment to them. I heard of that. They kidnap people from the back streets, trap them in a labyrinth, no one can escape, and make them wander in there, fighting for eternity. That's that's a little fucked up. Until they die, never to see light again. We've already come this far. We have to do this. Don't be so gloomy. May you find your book in this place then. Or fight me. It's one of the two. So this is gonna be 2 floors. Interesting. Oh, okay. So I can fight them with either character. I can send Aerie in first. And then Aerie can fight them, and then they'll go fight me here. Interesting. Oh, who's Aerie? Why am I reading Aerie from? Oh, Aerie's pitch. That's why. Okay. I don't know exactly how this works, but I guess we'll start off with Malkuth, the bottom floor, just to see how this all goes. Oh, these people seem strong. Okay, that's fine. This is 2 defenses and a hit, which is paralysis, which this seems hard to beat. This is also the same thing. This guy is just on use, restore 1 light, inflict 1 paralysis on self next scene. Let's just hit them. So we will get hit by the first attack, I think. What is this person weak to? This person's weak to they're weak to slash on their stagger health bar, which is 10, and they're weak to blunt on their actual health bar. So I think what we'll do is hit them with a slash attack to try and stagger them. The preemptive strike would probably do fine. Yeah, this tracks with what I want to do. Oh, we clashed. Ow. Ow. I think I have 2 layers of paralysis on me. I do. What does this do again? Place any combat page up to 2 random dice on it, have their maximum roll reduced by 3. So this is bad for me. So what I should do is try and skitter away, because this 1 out of 4 is not going to be great. But what I can do is dodge one of their attacks. Like, if they don't have a thing on that last one, that means mine will hit regardless. Yeah. Perfect. Ow, ow. Not great. Get my butt kicked a bit. Oh, I'm staggered, so I'm basically dead here. Ow. 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 Oopa doopa. Okay. So now they go straight up to me up here on the big floor. I didn't really do much to them. I just basically hit Mo once or twice. So let's just pop in there. Oh, I don't have a deck. Where's my deck? Load combat page list. This ain't great. I don't know where my decks are. We'll import Malkuth 1. This is supposed to have been saved. I don't know what happened. Alex should have his deck. Can I adjust Roland's deck a bit? I can. I think I might just give him Bloodbath. That seems fine. Yeah. Okay, we're missing a card in here. So let me throw in, like, Dirty Blow, Struggles. You're too slow. It seems fine. Double defense and a slash. I don't have many blunt or pierce cards in here, but it should be fine. Fatal to pierce. I think Alex has pierce cards. Yeah, Alex has pierce cards galore. Alright, let's go. It's a little less focused now. They're all going to be being down me at the same time. But yeah, let's go for them. Okay. So we've done no damage to them from that last fight, which is not great. Double dodge and a hit. 3 hits in a row. One dodge and a hit. So we're definitely going first. So if we can somehow break Arnold with slash attacks, which I don't have access to. Unless you have a slash attack. Or blunt attack. What is that? Yeah, it's a slash attack. Okay, we'll go with this one on them over there to try and dodge those attacks. And then we'll just focus down Arnold back here. Backstreet's dash. All right, let's go. Actually, I think Mo is very vulnerable to this. So if we hit them with that, that should start breaking them down a bit. Because the attack that's coming towards Alex over here isn't too bad. And I just want Roland to kind of defend against these. This should be fine. Stagger, there we go. Ow. Okay, fine, perfect. I think we should be able to kill these two. 4 and a 4, perfect. Not perfect, but pretty good. Backstreet's dash again on Mo, which should kill if we roll well. And then over here, we'll just wallop them, because these are gonna be pretty high numbers. We're gonna get hit by this attack, but it's nothing, so it's fine. Okay, and now we get like a little buff on our team. Yeah, this is fine. We'll just throw this on Roland. That's just like a little bit of a defensive boost. The depth of a cut depends on the moment's mind and willpower. Sure thing, my guy. They are both going for Roland. They're doing the same attack. That's not great. This first one's a 2 to 5. Both times. This is a 3 to 7. So we might win this. Maybe. I guess we'll find out. Anyhow, Alex should win that little encounter, I think. Just with the... Perfect. Not great. It was more perfect earlier. Oh, this is not great. Oh, he's going after Alex. It's fine. Because Roland's the one who's paralyzed, so it doesn't super matter. What is your thing? You are weak to Pierce, but normal against everything else except for Pierce. And I have a Pierce attack. These are all going to be rolled low. It's going to go -3 on the dice roll. So I guess maybe just a light attack, because this thing... I want to know if this stays at 2 or if it rolls down to a 1. And over here, 1 to 12 on hit, inflict 2 paralysis the next scene. That's not too bad, because we have numbers advantage. Honestly, I might just beat this fella up for a bit. Just hit him with a big old Pierce attack. Okay, it did a 1 damage. Oh, I didn't get to act. That's weird. What do we got here? We'll go for the light attack because of the fatalness. And we'll also go for focus strikes, because the last one's the one that's important. I kind of expected Alex to go first, or Roland to go first, but I guess I was wrong about that. Going over there, should be fine. They're staggered, so this should just be I hit the end turn button. I'm a fool. It should still be fine. It'll be fine, it'll be fine. Yeah, we'll hit him. It'll be great. Backstreet stash, all right. I'm gonna say that every time, because it's always gonna be funny. It'll never not be funny. Perfect. I know how to play this game. I know what I'm doing. Curtain call for the reception of the Brotherhood of Iron. Sure thing. All right, let's go. Okay, so we got a bunch of gear, which should be good. We got Book of Arnold's, Book of Moe's, and Book of the Brotherhood of Iron, and a Book of Consta. That's also good. We got enough books to kind of look at stuff. Not a good idea to keep your brain inside that kind of hunk of scrap metal. Isn't it still better than a frail human body, though? There are plenty of ways to enhance your body without replacing it for another. Heck, there's actually many options. Tattoos, prosthetic limbs, medication, drugs, you name it. It's all possible as long as you have the cash. Replacing your body with a machine, on the other hand, is a one-way ticket you can never go back on. Robotic bodies can't resemble humans too closely, even as for someone swapping out their flesh. Your life goes down the drain right away. Why does one put their brain in a machine then? When you urgently need a huge amount of money, you can sell off your old body and organs for a good chunk of cash. 2. When you need to do repetitive work for a long time. Hard mechanical bodies like that aren't that bad for that kind of labor. Broken parts can be quickly replaced, desires can be kept under control, so it has its merits. Repetitive work for a long time? What, interested in getting a new body? No. I was just reminded of my past for a moment. Exploring the lore. Let's go. Malkuth. Well, I enter the Book of the Scorched Girl. Let me burn some books first. I got Book of Arnold. Oh, nothing on here. Interesting. I can open up a Book of Contact, or a Book of Moe, or this Book of Brotherhood of Iron. But the Book of Arnold, oh wait, okay, so Book of Arnold does do something. So put 2 in there, give me 2 books of Moe and 2 books of the Brotherhood of Iron, and we'll just pop these open, see what we get. Character pages. On a successful attack, inflict 1 paralysis at a 25% chance. Next scene. That's good. Once per target per scene. Yeah. This is Moe's page. It's the same thing. It's just different stats blocks at the top. Endure. This is a good card. I like that. I might put that down on some things. Dried Up is fine. It's a 3-4 on the dodge roll, which is pretty good. Top It Off, I don't think I like that much. Endure, still good. Probably don't want Charge Up. I guess like the little C's at the start pretty much just are saying like, that's how robots talk. Blow It Up. Seems pretty good. Alright. I want to go and adjust Malkuth's deck then. Can I click on that? I can't. First off, let's change your card to something else. Card of Defense seems fine, but we have Aries page, that's what it is. 42, 22, 14. 46, 22, 14. Of note here is that Consta has just normals on 2 of them, so that's pretty good. And as long as this Scorched Girl doesn't do pierce damage, this should be great. I'll quit Moe. Now let me look at the actual deck that I have for this. Let me put in Endures 1, 2. That's a slash attack. Let's 2 Dried Up. 2 of those. Very defensive cards. 2 blow it ups. You only live once. Inflict 2 paralysis next scene. Seems decent, honestly. We'll give him Commandeering 1. Focus strikes, chop it off, is nothing great. I have blunt? Yeah, blunt. I got blunt, I've got pierce, and I've got slash. And I have pierce slash. I don't have any blunt pierce or blunt slash. Which could be good. I'll put in charging covers. I like that card. It seems decent. Save current setup. Save as Mo money. No. I think that's fine. I think that's a good enough name. You kind of get at the little subtle bit of that. Like, oh, all the characters that are like that talk like that. But, you know. We also get the other stuff out of this. That's a 6 out of 6. This person's always gonna go first. That's not reassuring. 25, 15, 500. Oh, Dying Flame. Lose 50% of max HP and become staggered whenever an ally dies. Okay, so I just gotta kill these 2. Lose all light on becoming staggered. So, they have no light. On use, lose 5 HP. On hit, inflict 3 to 5 burn. So that's a 3 to 3 on that. You're just gonna dodge, so I should be going after you. You're gonna dodge the first attack. But if I can dodge your attack, which I might be able to do with this. I don't know if I want to do Dried Up first, because they will try and dodge the first one, but it's just a normal dodge, so I won't like lose anything if they win. Or if I hit them with the Endure, because I'll get the hit regardless. I'll probably do the Endure, because it'll also inflict the paralysis. And you're not doing anything yet. You're not doing anything yet either. You're dodging this time, you're dodging this time. So what I should do is just try and hit you twice. You're both weak to this? Yeah, okay, so this should be fine. Blow it up. We'll miss the first attack most likely, but we might hit the other one. Gorgeous, love to see it. Are you doing anything yet? You are not doing anything yet. 1 and 4. We should just try and kill you right now. Like, this should get us there. Or at least I thought it would get us there. I was wrong, apparently. Okay, I feel like they're gonna have 4 light next turn, and then they're gonna attack us. So we should try and stagger them. Well, we still have a chance. And you are fatal to everything, so we should just hit you with a big attack. This has a chance of failing because it won't do necessarily enough damage. So we'll just do a charge and cover. And I think we should still kill this person over here. Yeah, what do we got? What are we doing here? Commandeering. They might dodge the first attack. Actually, there's a very small chance they'll dodge the first attack. So I think this is fine, because we will kill this person, probably. Perfect. Alright, now we just gotta kill this other matchstick, which should be easy enough to do, I think. What are you doing? You're dodging and then you're attacking with that. So we should just probably hit you with this. What are you weak to? You're weak to this. So we're gonna hit you with the Endure, because we're gonna get the 2 dodges in, which will inflict paralysis, then also hit for 3. One, not great. What are you doing? You're dodging again. So we should hit you with this, because you'll dodge the first attack, and then we'll actually hit you on the second one. Not great. I think we're gonna have to hit the doll again in the back. And you're dodging anyway, so it's fine. Yeah, we'll charge and cover. Wait. Oh, I don't have mana. Oh, I don't have mana. That's not great. We're gonna have to hope for the best here. We might die. Perfect. We're fine. Everything's fine. Charge and cover for 3 to 6. We might endure again, because this is the one that has reliable damage, and we have another 4 turns before they charge up. They're also paralyzed, so I don't think they're gonna attack this turn. Yeah, they're just broken opening, which is fine, because we can hit them with blow it up. And that should be enough to mess up their day. How am I finding the game so far? It's interesting. I feel like there's a lot of systems going on that I'm not completely aware of, and it takes me a second to kind of realize the exact flow of combat, but I do kind of appreciate the way it kind of like sets up. You're setting up turns, you're setting up combos, you're kind of looking at the whole fight as you go through. Like, you're basically, if you haven't set up the fight at the start, it seems like you kind of fucked yourself over a bit. But I'm liking it, I'm having a good time. I assume you're familiar. I found out recently that these are like cult classics, and I'm like, huh. I mean, they have enough style. Gay Raisin, hi, how you doing? Hey. But yeah, I assume like people really like these games. Oh wow, thank you so much for the resubscription. I really appreciate that. Yeah, let's blow it up. Perfect. I think that's. There we go. Suppression of Scorched Girl complete. You'd love to see that, I guess.
어때? 책들이 좀 도움이 됐나?
I was shocked about the amount of text that was in this game. Gotta support one of my first Twitch homies. Oh. Always support your Twitch homies. That's what you gotta be. In fact, let me pop out of the game to shout out Gay Raisin. There's a little clip thing that shows up.
Apparently I'm not like the other girl. That's such a bad meme. Don't say you're not like other girls. It's okay to be like other girls. There's something wrong with like being like a normal girl.
Oh, you get a little autism there too. Yeah. Visual novel, Slay the Spire. I'm into it. Let's have a great time. So, have the books helped? Yeah. I'm sorting through them all somehow. Seems to be working, thankfully. Yeah, it's an old clip. It's Dark Souls clips. Dark Souls 1. Ah, that's good to hear. By the way, I think I remember Angela saying something along the lines of you earning a fleshing body the last time we met. Were you like not human before? Weird question to ask, Roland, but I appreciate you. It was like a replacement body, a change that could never be reverted. So you had a brain transplant surgery, but somehow managed to go back to your old human body here? It's always one of my old Dark Souls clips when the audio goes. Yeah, you know, at some point you gotta start curating your clips, I think, because like this whole like shout out thing's kind of like popped up a bit, and then you're like, oh man, your clip is something that there's like, it's hard to know what the funny moment in that clip is, or like the cool moment in that clip is. Excuse me. It's actually pretty impressive. Thanks to the Library of Powers, I'm guessing. Yeah, there's always occasionally clips where I'm like, oh, this is just 60 seconds of literally me looking at like a small prop moving around the screen that shouldn't be moving, and it's just very weird. That one always plays. I think so. You can't let yourself be held back by common sense in the library, huh?
근데 되돌아온 몸이
I take it that you don't really like having your body back? You didn't seem too happy back then. Oh no, I actually do like it. It's just that this isn't exactly how I wanted things to go down. I do remember back when you were going through Dark Souls for the first time, I was like clipping a whole bunch of stuff just for kicks. I was having a great time. It was a lot of fun.
전엔 무슨 일을 했길래?
What did you do in the past then?
그러게요.
Also, you have a lot of clippable moments. Good stuff. Yeah, I wonder, what was I in the past really? Okay, so people show... I'm slowly discovering what the library is, which I guess is like kind of the purpose of the game, you know? You're not supposed to know what the library is, but I guess people come here in some ways. And this person used to be someone else, and then they showed up in the library.
이건 제 세 번째
You wouldn't believe it,
사연이에요.
but this is actually my third try at life. And this time you're a librarian.
많은 역사가 쌓여 있죠.
This library and its librarians have a lot of history behind them.
세 번째라고? 뭐 막
Third try. Can you come back from the grave or something?
엄밀히 말하면
It's the accumulated memories from my two previous bodies that were carried over, to be precise.
예전의 나.
My past selves.
이런
I never really thought about it this way before.
어려운 문제를 떠안고 있구만.
Difficult problem you're facing there. How about your present self?
전 모두의 노력을 물거품으로 만든 무책임한 녀석이에요.
I'm an irresponsible person who let down everyone's efforts. Oh, there you go. Automod gotcha. Yeah, you know, you always have those moments where something will happen and you're just like, oh, the game just proved me wrong. That happens to me a lot. where the game's like, I know what you just said. Fuck you. And an idiot who tried to reach for something out of my means and ended up causing trouble, I suppose.
잠깐. 아이, 왜
Whoa, hold your
갑자기
horses. Let's not get too dark here.
일단 진정하자고.
But just calm down for a moment. Hello, Mistrich, how you doing? Hi. I was just talking with you, making exalted characters. Like the Send Fortress clip. Oh, the Send Fortress clip is incredible. I mean,
천천히
always
숨을
great.
들이마시고
take a deep breath
내쉬고
and let it out.
들이마시고
Now we're just doing yoga. Meditation even. Up
내쉬고.
and out. Relax now. Roland seems like the kind of guy who doesn't do meditation but just knows a bunch of like little trivia things about life. Yeah, it's really helped. Thanks, Roland.
나아졌어요. 당장 어떻게 할 수 없는 일에 대해 열내봤자
I should know better than anyone that it's pointless to get upset over things I can't do anything about. I gotta start with the things I can take care of first.
좋아.
Alright,
나도 열심히
I'll try hard with my
해보니까
work too. Let's take our time with the problem of the past selves. No, I'm actually here after my 18-hour-long Billie Eilish ad. Ah, no, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've never paid attention to that ad as it happened, but hi, Mistrich, how you doing? I was just working with you on Exalted stuff. Motion level threshold is increased to level 2, which is within the thing's new abnormality pages. So you get little artifacts as you go through the levels. When hit, inflict 1-3 burn to an attacker, gain a buff at a 40% chance next scene. Offensive dice inflict 1 burn on hit. When a librarian's HP is at 20% or lower, deal 30% of that target's max HP as damage and inflict 1-3 burn upon approaching them, then die. Well, you know, if you got your goals. Looking good. Looking forward to Joseph Jarl. Joseph Jarl. I'll learn how to pronounce that well. Hey, thanks for lurking, Gary's, and thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. People be lurking. The first 2 combat pages the librarian uses after this abnormality page is selected, gain the matchlight status. Excludes on-play pages. Whenever the librarian uses a match with matchlight, gain 1 ember. Pages with matchlight become stronger based on the amount of ember. However, they have a 25% chance to damage the user if ember is at 4 or higher. Interesting. I don't think I have matchlight cards yet. Joel, what is your thing? Let's get you geared up. Actually, let's just import for you what we were just using on Malkuth before. They're not as good cards, but they are different. Like Malkuth has like these endures and these charge recovers. But should be good. Let's try it out. I feel like this game has a lot more complexity to it that I haven't really gotten to yet, so I'm still like kind of trying to just experiment with the things I see. I also only just realized that when you're doing an invitation thing, you're doing it in general for everybody. Like, I didn't realize that. I thought like the floors were distinct from each other. Like you had to go do a fight on one floor and then go do a fight on another floor, rather than like all the floors are going at the same time. So, Book of the Brotherhood of Iron, that's one. Book of Mo? No. Book of Consta? No. Book of Arnold? No. So we'll just stick with the Book of the Brotherhood of Iron. Send the invitation. My whole body's still aching from our last job. That's lasting longer than I thought. Still, yesterday was wild, wasn't it? Yep. New weapon you got from the workshop was a real killer, that's for sure. You don't say. You got way too excited with it and things spiraled out of control. We had to kill 20 more people than planned thanks to you. People always be killing. If it was a mistake on our part, we couldn't even get paid for the extra kills. You hate when you do too much labor. You don't get paid for it. Know your worth. Don't let them steal your wages. Come on, don't be such a killjoy. You're the one who went on the biggest rampage in the end. Maka's muscles are all sore because he had to try and calm you down. Well, I said I'm sorry about that. Apologetic though. We love to see it. No need to sweat it. I owe you guys a few things too. He said Maka. This guy's name is McCullen. I wonder if that's like a translation issue or if this is a different dude. I hate to admit it, but Taeyeon has a point. We all should try to cool down our temper a little. As long as we're working as fixers, it's not good to raise more trouble than necessary. Former members of a killer syndicate, now registered to an office and doing fixer work. Life really is full of surprises, isn't it? I like these vignettes. I think they're fun. Some of them are a little bit long, like the ones for the Brotherhood of Iron is like pretty lengthy for some reason, for characters who like just literally died. I keep thinking like these characters are gonna be more prominent than they are in the story, but then it just kind of ends up being like, oh yeah, you're gonna kill these fellas and then you'll never see them again, it seems. It's interesting. Remember what the boss said. There are so many offices and fixers these days, so standing out from the others is the best way to survive in this industry. Though I did forget that Yun and Eri, or at least Yun, had like a few other like moments. Excuse me. Our outfits are also quite radical compared to what the other offices have. That's why it's filled with maniacs like us. No dress code. You get the weirdos, I guess. All we gotta do is kill the targets in the most gruesome way possible and hang their bodies out in the open. No wonder everyone's excited to join. It's no different from what we've always been doing. Here's the trick though, you kill the people normally and then you just do gruesome stuff afterwards and you're like, it's like I killed them gruesomely, you'll never know. No one's gonna come over here and do a fucking autopsy. Probably. First I thought it was crazy that an office would do this kind of work. But I guess threatening targets and sending them a warning makes enough sense. It seems to be working well too. Though we've only been getting requests from no-name syndicates and poor folk. This office has a long way to go. It does feel like more like a pack of rats than a proper office. Got a message from the boss, said we should drop by to get new work. Even rascals like those can join offices these days, huh? Well, Margaret's a red ocean. Everyone wants to be a fixer. That doesn't count as raking yourself over the coals because... Listen, I may not look like it, but I used to be hot stuff, you know? A grade 8 fixer is one higher than a grade 9 fixer. Then things happened and I fell to rock bottom. Just like Ichiban. So what do you do for a living? I did all kinds of stuff, really. Do things with my ability? Ah, because that's so. That means you didn't get to do any proper work then. Well, this is kind of cool. Wow. We really did teleport in the blink of an eye. Okay, so people are getting teleported. That had not been clear to me yet. I thought they just somehow wandered into like some sort of structure, and it turned out to be this library. Is one of those singularities? Lots of surprises these days. Greetings, dear guests. Hi there. Oh, she stabbed us. What the? She's pretty damn sturdy. How much you spend on that bod? Don't ask people about their bod first thing. Come on. Just be a little bit, you know, build up to it. There's no need to needlessly exhaust yourself, dear guest.
곧 전력을 다해 날뛰셔야
That's a weird sentence. You'll need to rampage with all you have soon enough.
나긋나긋하게 말하는
I don't like your soft tone.
너
You're not human, are you? Rude.
어라? 표정
Huh.
변했어.
Look at her face now. Guess she really isn't.
또 놀랍군.
Another surprise.
그래서 인간 이외의
It's so rare to meet a sapient being that isn't human in the city.
뭔 일인데?
그러게
So
말이야.
maybe she's not an SCP, maybe there's just other kind of entities out there?
것 같다.
I don't really know. We might get a ton of cash out of this.
당신의 책을
May you find your book in this place. That's a good way of saying fuck you. I love that. I guess it's more of like eat my ass than it is like fuck you. But I'm down with it. Okay, so I just figured out that the game works where you pick the floor you want to go first. I have 3 floors available. Interesting. Weak to pierce. Fatal to these other 2. I think this top floor right here is going to be the best one to start off with then. Because I don't know if these people down here necessarily have a lot of... Actually, no, they got pierce and they got blunt. Yeah, we'll go off. We'll start off here. Malkuth and Joel will throw down. We are a spire. We are slaying the spires. The best analogy I have, so I keep using it. I like this music. Oh, 3 and 4, we're tied up. You're gonna go for track. Doesn't seem particularly great. Unused recover 1 HP, it should be fine. Also track. Okay, so we can try and endure both of them, and then hit you with this. And you don't really have to deal with much. So we'll just hit him with a quickness. It'll be a guaranteed hit, I think. And also we'll get the haste for next turn. And this is still fatal to that person, so we'll just focus down and kill this person. Let's try to. Oh, not great. Perfect. Okay, so the hit was just extra HP. I don't know why the music changes after the first round sometimes. I think this might be like a stagger thing. Like this is stagger mode music. Okay, so you're gonna hit this fella and then 1 for 8. Can you just kill this guy? You should be able to kill this guy pretty easily. Yeah, so we'll just blow it up over here. And then you'll actually engage with the other person in combat. 3 to 5 to hit, 1 to 6. Well, 2 to 5, 1 to 8. So this will be a double miss, and we can definitely hit the second time. Nothing here seems particularly great, so we'll just aim. We'll shoot for the stars and try and get the miss on that first attack, and then just hit him with the music depends on the emotion level. This one plays when the enemy has a higher emotion level than you. Emotion level tone is shown by the logos at the top. This makes sense. Okay, I was wondering a little bit about this. I'll look at it next time. Alright, so this is the emotion level, and now we're also up there. And that's based off like turn orders and all that. And then you get better rewards the higher up it goes. I'm just reciting all the information I remember. Thank you so much, Carrie. I appreciate that. When hit, inflict 1 to 3 burn on the attacker and get a buff, 40% chance. Matchlight. I'll go with Ashes because I don't particularly know what Matchlight means yet. I'll throw it over on Malkuth's. It'll be good for the next fight, I imagine. Hey, now we're the emotionally most vested in. Let's fucking murder this person. Not good at explaining yourself early. I get that. I learn better from like I learned better from messing up in systems anyway. Like, oh hey, I shouldn't have done that. That definitely messed me up. I think like the first little boss fight against Bloodbath was kind of like where I learned how to play this game a bit more. So I got my ass kicked like 3 times, and I was eventually like, okay, I'm just gonna build a deck that's good at beating this person up. And I was like, okay, I'm kind of getting the system a bit more from having to done that. I'll guarantee a kill. Act 1's curtains close on the floor of history. I don't know if that's pretty good at teaching the mechanics. Yeah, like the Scorched Girl fight was pretty interesting. They definitely seem harder. I'm kind of interpreting them as bosses. Apparently I was wrong about that. But, you know. I do like them. They seem cool. I like the little funky backgrounds going on. Tie-in a Fatal to Slash, or Fatal to Blunt, which I've been calling that Slash every so often. Fatal to Pierce. And you're Fatal to Pierce and Blunt. So we should be fine to go with these two into this first fight, regardless. So yeah, let's just start down. Anything cool? Rampage seems scary. Mutilate also seems kind of obnoxious. Ah, they got the same cards. Oh, we got 5 mana over here. Oh, because these are probably our little mana things. Normal hit, normal hit. Are you not doing anything? Interesting. You are weak to Pierce. You're also weak to Pierce. So I might just try and stagger you at the start. And then also have you... probably do this. Maybe I should save this for next turn. Well, I have enough mana, it shouldn't be a problem. This guy's just gonna hit that dude for 4. So, he'll get the healing and we'll stagger them and then beat him up a bit. Perfect. And by perfect, I mean fine. This person's gonna mutilate, that's fine. They're still healing on no damage taken, so it's not like a huge issue. You're gonna do nothing particularly interesting. But I can hit you, dodge once, and then pierce you, and then probably stagger you to death. And then you, I'm just gonna have you kill this lady. We'll do this one because it costs 1 and also gives me haste on the next turn. Ow. Alright, we're winning the initiative order. You're gonna hit them with a 5 to 6 and a 2 to 3. Inflict bleed, dodge, inflict bleed, inflict bleed. That's not great, but it should be fine. Do I have a good card for that? I don't think so. Might just be better off with hitting this person once so they get staggered. I don't know if they get to attack after they staggered. I don't remember if that's how that works. And you are weak to this. So we'll just make sure that this attack hits. This seems right. Like hitting this guy with the paralysis and like bringing down their stagger meter a bit. And then staggering this guy should be fine. Ow! Oh, because their damage dice hit each other. Yeah, alright. I messed that up myself. I get that. I get what happened there. But that's also not great, especially because this guy's gonna go and try and murder them, which I'm not particularly into. 2-5, 2-5. What is your last stack? A 3-5. That's not great. But if I hit you with this 3-6 at the start, that should stagger you. You're dead. I'm sorry, Joel. But sometimes that's how it be. Okay. I got the worst possible roll on that attack. I don't think I had Paralyze on that character, so... not great. Burn. At the end of the scene, take 1/3 of the damage, subtract 1/3 of burn stack. Okay, so they're gonna take 1 damage, but that's not particularly devastating here. Okay, 1/4 to hit, 1 to 4, not too much of an issue. We'll endure through the hits and then guarantee the paralysis hit, which is blunt. Can I do something else instead, though? Something that'll, like, really just mess up their day. Yeah, this should... like... I've messed this up several times already. Max damage! I hate that. And now I'm staggered. Okay. Well, I can't do anything about this, so I think Malkuth might be near dead. Near dead, not quite dead. You love to see it. Roll a 1. Try not to die. So we'll endure and try and hit this fella, I guess? Because if we can not die, that means the bird will proc and that'll do some damage. Nope, okay. I didn't check the speeds. There's a lot of systems happening at the same time. I'm kind of foolish. But we should be fine because we have a whole other crew ready. Though I think I should have won that first fight. Am I winning? I am doing better than I was doing last time, I'd say. I am still like, in the beginning of fights, I'm doing great. Everything's going swimmingly, everything's going smoothly, but the first time things start fucking up a little bit, I just kind of lose my cool almost, and I just like making mistakes after mistakes. But I am winning, but it's not harder yet, so. Really depends on how you feel about that. You're both attacking this guy. That's fucking weird. I got pretty good dice on these hits though, so. I want it to make sure that you don't recover an HP. And now I want you to literally kill this man. Yeah, you're gonna murder this guy. Also, hi, how you doing right now, Megan? Bam. Yes, great. Ow. The music, I like that the music gets better though. What are you doing? Just a 1 to 4 to hit, but you're also weak to this. So we'll just exchange on the first one. I have a pretty good chance of beating you on that. And then we'll also wall up you again. Double wall. Never mind. It's fine. We got him. Critical call for the Hook office reception. Hook Office Volume 1, Book of Naoki, Book of Cullens, and Book of Tans. I got more books than I thought I would. These are just the books you get from that. I should be looking at the emotion level bonus. That's kind of what I'm maxing out right now. Great work as always. I can learn more about the office thanks to these guests. Twitch is telling me that I can afford the first BuzzFeed of the night. It's always an option. Always a choice. I don't get too bothered by what they said about you. Alright? It's kind of weird. Are you trying to console me? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't really care if you're actually human or not, you see. That's refreshing to hear. It's been quite a while since I heard such words of comfort. From even one person, too. I don't know how common non-human entities are in this world. I gotta imagine, like, the other game they made was like an SCP containment thing, so there's gotta be like a common enough thing, but like not so much that they have like a zoo, but they have like a secret government facility. They have an Area 51. Well, we're in the age of humanity after all. Don't worry about it. Always reassuring. Age of humanity. What does that mean exactly? Don't stare at me too hard. Now I don't know all the details either. At some point, intelligent or sapient beings that weren't human were actively driven out of the city into the outskirts. I'm not too sure why it took place, but the Artificial Intelligence Ethics Amendment was introduced as part of that movement. You always love to involve bureaucracy and forced migration. Always fun. It was already possible to create machines capable of feeling emotions and desires, actually. Those that are pretty much human, in other words. I guess that was the problem. Thank you so much for the BuzzFeed quiz recommendation, but Mr. We will do that before we go for break. And like, we'll probably do one more level and then do the quiz and then go to break. Though, there seems to have been a few exceptions. It's as they said, I'm no human, I'm a machine, an artificial being. To be precise, I was designed using a human as a template. Only a fraction of her brain was used in my creation. Okay. Just like Lucy, the Scarlett Johansson movie. What a nightmare movie that was. I used 10% of my brain. I used 10% of somebody else's brain. So it's not even a human brain resting in a robotic body? Not at all. I'm purely a machine. Okay, so you're just a robot. What about the fraction of a human brain you mentioned? It was only an electronic copy of the map of her brain. My body is entirely composed of mechanical components. But I guess you're also transforming people into, like, books, so there's gotta be something else going on, you're not just a robot. I had a feeling. And it looks like you've been living under a rock your whole life, seeing how you're oblivious to the workings of the world. You gotta be extra careful then, especially if you're planning to leave here someday. You're a sapient android with emotions and desires. Your existence is most likely a complete violation of the AI Ethics Amendment. The head's scarily good at spotting anomalies like you. Oh, right. In case you didn't know, the head is basically a bunch of shady creeps that rule over the entire city. The government. Though we probably won't ever get to face them. That's foreshadowing. You'd love to see it. Anyways, this whole library is at huge risk in the first place. Librarians over here also seem like they're humans, but not really human at the same time. Just as you say. I was designed to feel emotions, and I spent what felt like an eternity on a stage repeatedly performing a play that never seemed to end. And when I thought it was finally over, turns out it never really ended. I gotta say, whoever created you must have been really something else, too. I don't know what motivated them, but breaking the rules designated by the head itself takes more than just guts. No one can escape the head's enforcement. They did all eventually die. Oh, fun. But the library will be safe. It has to be safe. It's like a bird cage. No one is free to enter, no one is free to leave. There's always a lighthouse, a girl, and a city, I think. Again with that dreamy speech you despise so much. What do you even mean by that? I will leave this place one day. Once I get enough books, I can build a staircase and climb out of here. Take revenge on all the things that made me into what I am, and earn true freedom. I don't really care too much either way. That's that, and this is this. I feel like sometimes these cutscenes just kind of end. Let's see. This guy Yasad's from Floor 2, Patron Librarian of Technological Sciences. Oh hell yeah, this is the dude. This is the man's. Hey there. Name's Roland, Angela's servant. You'll just put your 2 weeks in like the rest of the good music zone. I like all the music, but like if you're hyping this one up, I'm excited. Angela runs a tight library ship. I'm Assad, the patron librarian of the floor of technological sciences. Is it just me, or is this cold and piercing stare I'm sensing? Feels kind of different from Angela's, I gotta say. Oh, I thought he'd be taller than Roland. What? Don't tell me, are you one of those types that resort to violence when someone talks crap? Oh, he's just adjusting my tie. And then he's gonna bop me in the nose or something. Your necktie was loose. Oh, thanks. Guess you're a nice fellow after all. You could probably just have told me that my necktie was loose and not gone and adjusted it yourself. Tell me, why do you comply with Angela's orders so meekly? She cut off all of my limbs at the start of the game. Oh, mostly because I have no choice but to help her. I do like this. This big old cogs and giant fucking moon in the background. I like the aesthetic of this floor. Now I think about it, Malkuth didn't seem too fond of Angela either. Is it a trend to dislike her or something?
당연하지 않습니까?
It's obvious that we wouldn't approve of her.
엔젤라는
Angela, she utterly crushed our hopes at the very last moment.
짓밟았어.
Sounds complicated.
그럼 넌 왜 사서로 일하고 있는
Why are
거야?
you working for her as a librarian then? Okay, so these people have probably got summoned into the library and then they made it to the top floor and then Angela killed them?
그런 거래였습니다.
It's part of the deal.
거래라고.
A deal, huh?
도서관에 층이 잠겨 있고 사서들이 잠들었다고 하는 것도
I guess that deal is also why most of the floors of the library are locked off and the librarians there are asleep.
복잡한 이야긴 질색인데 그것도 감정적인 문제라면.
I'm not a fan of convoluted stories, especially if it involves sentimental stuff.
어쨌든 너나 나나
Anyway.
엔젤라를 도와야 하는
Both of
거잖아.
you are obliged to help Angela now, aren't we? Both you and I.
그렇습니다.
That is true.
그럼
Let's give it our best shot.
이렇게
Then. Put her there.
뭡니까?
What is the meaning of this? You know, I think I shook hands with someone for the first time in like 2 years last week. It was very weird to me. I met with my thesis advisor in person for the first time like ever. And he stuck out his hand like handshake and I looked at it for a second. I was like, wait, what are we doing? We're doing a handshake? All right, okay. Went by fine. And then the guy next to me, who was like also there, who I hadn't met before, he put up his hand for a fist bump. So it's like very much a moment of like, I feel comfortable handshaking. Like this guy was like, oh, I'm a handshake guy now. We're back in the handshake mode. And the other guy was like, no, we're still fist bumping. Oh, 100%. That thought did cross through my mind, but I was like, okay, it'll be fine, right? It should be fine. It's one handshake. I did definitely keep my hand in my pocket for a bit and then sanitize it when I got a chance. Nothing against them. They're a great guy. But I've become neurotic about some stuff because of a pandemic. Anyhow, a handshake, duh. Never tried it before? You know, the I look forward to working with you kind? No. Come on, lighten up a little. If we can avoid it, we might as well enjoy it. I'm supposed to get you books like I do with Malkuth, right?
그렇습니다.
Indeed.
저는 그중에
My role is to collect and sort books about the technological sciences of the city, specifically.
당신이 할 일과 제가
It has become clear that we are both well aware of our occupations. Kindly take your leave now.
예. 안 그래도 그러려고
Fine,
했습니다.
fine. I was about to anyway. I drink a seltzer water, so I keep burping. Floor 1 of the Technological Science during reception. Urban myth! I'm an urban myth now. I did it. Oh, I didn't expect there to be this many cutscenes. We might just go through these cutscenes, open up those books, and then
뒤틀림에 대해 하나
Do the
협회나
quiz.
지바의 일과에서 내려온 보고는 더 없나?
any more reports on the distortion from Hana Association or Zwei Section 1? Someone told me last time how to pronounce Zwei. I got it.
네.
None, sir. They're all observing the situation for now.
하지만
They did nominate a number of likely suspects, however. So far, we have 2 urban plagues, laundry of dreams, and yesterday's promise, and 1 urban legend, the Church of Gears.
이거
The investigation hasn't been going too well, is it? Oh, in the library, a recently appointed urban myth is also on the list of possible sources. Okay, so those rankings are based off of some other shady organization who's just like, oh, there's some fucked up shit going on in the city. We'll classify it based off of danger level. That's cool, I like that.
위에서도 잡히는 게 없으니 마구잡이로
Ah,
늘려가는
so even the higher ups are clueless, aren't they? Seeing as they're throwing out random guesses now.
책 정리하는 것도 꽤 익숙해져가네.
I'm starting to get used to sorting out books now.
순순히 도와주는
Tell me.
이유가 뭐야?
Why are you helping me so submissively? I'm not gonna make the joke, but y'all know what it is. What? Remember when you said you'll kill me if I don't cooperate? Because I sure do.
게다가 혼자서는
And I can't leave here by myself either.
공포에 의해서
Nope.
행동하는 사람이라고는
You don't appear to be motivated by fear.
난 꽤 많은
I've seen quite a lot of people crawl along the floor, stricken with fear and terror.
그런 예전 일들로 미루어봤어.
Judging from my past observations, I doubt you're helping me simply because you're afraid of dying.
무슨 일을 해오던 거야?
What the hell were you doing in the past?
솔직히 말하자면
To be honest, I have a few things I want to know about this place too.
무엇을?
Such as?
넌 이 도시의
You said you want to get the one perfect book as you gather books about the city, right?
그렇다면 나도
I figured I could run into some fun experiences if I joined you on that journey.
어차피 지금 나가봤자
I don't have a whole lot to do here anyway. I'd go back to being a washed-up victor, scraping at the bottom of the barrel again.
그리고 무엇보다
There's one thing I've been meaning to figure out more than anything else.
하나 있어. 이곳에서 너의 일을 돕다 보면
I'm hoping I can maybe find an answer here one day if I stick around and help you out.
이해관계가 일치했다는 거네.
We have a coincidence of interest, I see.
그래.
But sure, as much as I exploit you, you're free to make use of me.
하지만 조심해.
That's the sound of a healthy relationship. Try to be careful about it though. A careless attempt could seriously get you killed.
무슨 말을
아.
그렇게 살벌하게 하냐?
You're being way too vicious with your
전에
words.
무슨 일이 있었길래?
Just made you so sharp.
캐묻지 않는 게 좋을 거야.
You better not pry into my past any further. I already feel like slowly melting your limbs this time. You'll love to see it.
말을 못 하겠네.
Fine. Jeez.
저
I do have one question though, ma'am.
질문
You take
받습니까?
questions, ma'am?
뭔데?
What is it now?
가려서 묻도록
Make sure it's an appropriate question. I did warn you already.
이곳의 사서들은
What's up with the librarians here? They don't really feel like real humans.
그렇다고 기계나
But they don't seem to be machines or artificial creatures either.
예전 이 시설에서
Oh, you see?
이용만 당해왔던
Entities called abnormalities and employees, both of which were thoroughly exploited by the facility that once stood upon where we are. Oh, is this in the same location as the SCP Foundation that was there before?
나와 다를 바 없는 존재들이야.
They're just like me in that sense.
인간으로부터
Originated from humans, taken advantage of and abandoned once thrown out of use.
지금도 이용당하고 있는 것 같은데.
I know what you're doing with them now, still looks like exploitation.
망가져 버렸어.
They were broken. They couldn't even sustain a stable form, and their existence was so fragile they could fade away at any moment.
몸과 책으로
They barely kept together as I bound them to a physical body and a book.
내가 할 수 있는 건 나와 사슬을
Oh yeah, no. Roland's got some great facial looks. He's like, what is this shit? What are we doing here? What are you fucking up to? Cause a little bit looks like he's like just peering over what are you reading, but more is like, the fuck are you talking about? All I can do for them now is to find one book that will free me and the librarians.
사서들을 밖에 풀어둘 거라고?
That book? The Bible. You're gonna release the librarians?
그러지 않고서야
That's the only way for any of us to leave, you know?
나갈 수 없을 텐데. 너의 몸을 복구하는 데 있어서
I use the same kind of power to reconstruct your body. Huh.
이것 하나만
Just remember this.
손님들이 펼쳐낸
As we collect numerous books from our guests, we will eventually reach the one absolute book that contains everything.
단 하나
So these cutscenes just end sometimes. Do I have Okay, so I gotta use abnormality pages on librarians. I got that. I have to obtain some random books. Oh yeah, fucking huge books. Now that we got Yasad on the team, Fade to Black, Forbidden Technology. Sometimes it be like that, you know. Let me burn some books, as I love to do. We'll pop open 2 books of McCullen. We'll pop open the books a ton, and we'll do 3 of these. I don't think we're gonna use the Book of Naoki we're about to use, so we'll keep one of those around. And then we'll pop this. Maybe one more hook off this one. That's the Hearthstone sound. That is the Hearthstone sound. That little jingle at the very end of that is definitely the Hearthstone pack open sound. Can't fucking hide that from me. Rampage seems good. Going first also seems pretty good. Just because there's a lot of people who just throw out one attack and then nothing. So getting that good dodge there. What are your McCollum page? Upon defeating an enemy, gain 1 strength next scene. 1 strength. 1 strength. Okay. I don't really like these kind of type disadvantages they have. Track seems fine. I don't think I'm gonna use it necessarily. Like getting 1 HP doesn't seem particularly good. But if I'm gonna make Yasad, I might make him like really defensive and also kind of use his like health restorative cards. I don't know how effective it'll be though. Fend this off if you can. No one used this card. On Clash, win lower max value on opponent's next die by 3. That's good. Yeah, okay, I'm down. I like this. Let me open up Yasad. Let's give him a little aesthetic. 43, 22, 14. Do I have another Yun page? I don't have another Yun page. That's a shame. I kind of want to go for another, like, one of these robots. Because they have, they don't really have that many type disadvantages, which seems pretty good, especially for a guy who's going to be on a floor alone by himself for a bit. Yeah, I might just give him a Mo. And then we'll go to the combat pages. Cost 0, probably none of those. We'll give him an Endure. I like Endure. Seems like a good card. Going first. Do some of those. End this off if you can. And for these other ones, if I want to go for Rampage. Rampage is every kind of damage type, so that's just kind of useful in case I need something at some point. Try to defend this off as you can. I kind of want to grab either... You know, maybe I'll throw in one of these just because... Like, it'll just let me have extra mana at some point. Well, actually, I have 2 1 costs. I'll throw in another 1 cost. Endure. I don't think there's a better card than Endure at the 1 slot right now. Yeah, we'll throw in another Endure. I just like it, it's a good card. And then we'll use... I feel like I'm forgetting something. I think I looked at a card, was like, I want this card. That's double slash, blunt, pierce, blunt, pierce. Yeah, we'll throw in mutilate. We'll casual mutilate. Save card setup. Save this. I'm gonna rename it to casual mutilate. Just a little casual mutilation. As a treat. It's an awful title. I'm never gonna remember what this is. I do also need to go over to, I think, Malkuth? And save your thing? Yeah. Save for that. Joel, save this over Malkuth 1, because Joel is using Malkuth 1. Yeah, but everyone else here should be fine. I have Yun's page here. It's fucking 2 light attacks. Let's get rid of these. These are not good. Ah, no, Roland. I took him out from the wrong section. I see where I fucked up. As much as I want to throw in those Endures, I don't think I'm gonna have mana for that. So we'll just throw in Backstreet Stash, mainly because I don't have a good Pierce card on Roland. Alex, do you have any trash cards? No, but you also have Backstreet Stash. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Let's do that BuzzFeed quiz, and I'll take a short break afterwards, and then we'll come back and burn some more books, do some more floors. Let me at least create the invitation before I can now send general invitations. General invitations are sent to unimportant guests who won't lead the plot. However, they can be resources to help grow the library. Take the following steps to send a general invitation. Okay, include any of the books you'd register as your books of the day. Yeah. Okay, I got you. I think I did that by accident before. Hook office should be the next story bit. Do I want to summon someone else though? I'll probably just do the next story bit. Wait, no, this isn't the next story bit. Book of Taeon is the next story bit. Interesting. Yeah, let's do that quiz. And then we'll come back to, we'll do a little break. I forgot what I was doing. If y'all want to play along at home, there's the quiz. Let me pull it up myself. I think we're gonna keep this little bop going. Actually, wait, let me, if I go back to the library, does it change the music? No, shame. I forgot how to do anything there for a second. You should marry Thor. Energetic, fun, and lighthearted. You and Thor would be incredibly cute together. You might have to deal with a bit of family drama, but he's definitely worth it. After all, he's worthy enough to wield Mjolnir. I feel, isn't everybody in the Marvel Universe like able to wield Mjolnir at this point? I kind of feel like that's what I understand of it. I don't watch a lot of the Marvel movies. You should marry Spider-Man. Nerdy, kind of consider it. You should totally marry Spider-Man. Together, you two would be a friendly neighborhood cuties. Aww. Saving the city, one bad guy at a time. Wait, are you gonna join the superhero team? It's kind of hard to explain, but the wild wedding you plan will reveal which Marvel guy you should marry. Brides assemble. Okay. Could be other grooms, but you know, live your dreams. Congrats on getting married. Where's the venue? Let me lower the volume here. You know what? We'll switch back to just general video game music too. Congrats on getting married. Where's the venue? An alley behind a Chili's. Fuck yes, 100%. I'm super into that. An abandoned Toys R Us. I don't think so. Unless I'm going like a goth wedding. A goth wedding could work in an abandoned Toys R Us. It really depends. Storm was the best person to wield Mjolnir. Doesn't she already have lightning powers? I don't super know. Storm can already do Mjolnir stuff, but I guess her having a giant hammer would also be great. I do like Storm. I unironically love the scene in the X-Men movie where she's like, you know what happens to a toad you know what happens to a toad that gets struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else. It's so fucking bad. It's so great. I love it. In the middle of a New York crosswalk, that sounds like a plane, and a plane, that sounds even worse. A recycling plant, the local cemetery. Somehow I feel like the abandoned Toys R Us is better than the local cemetery. Seeing Storm and Thor being cute together would have been a hot pairing. There's always a chance the X-Men are coming to the Marvelverse or something. I feel like I have talked about this before because I just really like that scene. I have to hit that. Okay, there we go. I hit like a bunch of F buttons at the same time. An alley behind a Chili's. Storm is too good for Thor. I can see that. I don't really know how powerful like Thor's personality is. I only know him from Thor Ragnarok, and I feel like that's not him at his like best. That's literally the only Thor movie I've seen. Great location. Where'd you meet the lucky fiance? The McDonald's drive-thru. Improv class. They were my plumber. They tried to rob me. Interesting that we're gonna get a Marvel. I guess it could be a Marvel villain. A funeral? Reddit. No, thank you. I was like, a funeral sounds bad. Reddit sounds worse. Oh yeah, he called me an asshole in my DMs, and it was love at first calling me an asshole. Reddit DTF. That's probably a Reddit. I don't know. That seems like something that would happen there. I'm gonna pick improv class because I wanna marry the improv. It's gonna be great. Storm marries Black Panther. Interesting. Certainly a choice, I guess. I feel like probably every character in the Marvel comics has gotten married to another one of the heroes every single time. Like there's at least one universe where they all have gotten married at some point. I don't know. I'm kind of curious as though, who am I gonna get from picking out improv class? Because my close second is a McDonald's drive-thru because I'm there to get fries, and maybe like they order the Sweetie meal and they don't want the fries, and I'm like, hey, I'll take the fries from your Sweetie meal, and then I'll be like, oh, okay. All right, then it'll be like sparks flying. They hate fries, I love fries. We complete each other. Also, you know, I don't want to knock on improv. I listen to a lot of improv podcasts, but I think it'd be fun to meet somebody at an improv thing. Said cute scene. What is this gonna open up? I don't know what. I can just copy it. Ah, no. OBS is being a nightmare. Thank you, OBS. Ba, ba. Nearby, got juice? Tanisha Cosby Institutes. No, you're out of order. Great stuff. I'm not reading any of this text. I'm just looking at the fun pictures. Good stuff. Improv class, let's go. So sweet. What's the ring? A car tire, a glazed donut, a Hawaiian pizza with a hole punched in it, a single piece of spaghetti, a DVD of Chicken Little, or a scrunchie. You know, they said plan like a wild wedding. I didn't realize this was gonna be a shitty wedding. This is an awful wedding. They could have given me like weirder options. They could have been like more like reasonable, not like what if your wing was a whole car tire, or the DVD of Chicken Little. I feel like we could have gotten more fun with that. I'm gonna go with glazed donut because I love utility and stuff, and I feel like a Hawaiian pizza would break. No ring pop. This isn't How I Met Your Mother, which I imagine probably took that for something else, but. A ring pop would be better than all of these options, I think. Speaking of, what are you wearing down the aisle? Full cosplay of Elsa. That seems great. A giraffe costume. The scooter is completely inexplicable. They were like, hey, we need to do two different. Can we get two things we need for this fucking stock image? We need a guy in a giraffe costume. Also, we need someone scootering. Let's do them both at the same time. We only have one shot of film left. It'll be great. A witch outfit, nothing but Crocs. Also a powerful choice. What song is this? Oh, this is Landslide from the raid in Final Fantasy XIV. An outfit made entirely out of tinfoil. I'm covered in poison ivy. Nothing but Crocs is kind of interesting. I feel like, you know, a witch outfit, you can still do the Crocs though. Though I am a little bit. Hey y'all. Elsa is kind of like an ice witch when you kind of get rid of like the paganism stuff. Oh, witches? No, they're Wiccans. I get them mixed up. Outfit made entirely out of tinfoil. That way you can really shine at the wedding. Talk about how they both like to watch nature's thunderstorms. Storm says, I do it because I find it humbling. Storm says, I can't be often a god is humbled. Oh, and there's, oh, look at that. Flirty. I like that. I would go with artificial poison ivy. I wouldn't go with actual poison ivy. So I could be, you know, for the aesthetic look, it'll be like poison. I'm gonna go with poison ivy. We'll just pretend like it's not gonna cause me like, you know, a rash or whatever poison ivy does. I've never actually gotten touched by poison ivy, which, you know, praise be to me for never daring to just wander into random bushes. Though many times people have told me, hey, go into that bush. I don't know, I've seen Batman Forever. Poison Ivy's hot. True. You know, it doesn't specify. It could just be literally the person, Poison Ivy. But this is Marvel, not DC, so we're not gonna get that chance. Truly a shame. More details, please. When did they propose? I proposed to them. They woke me up at 3 a.m. They kicked down the bathroom door in the middle of a movie theater, inside the theater. When I went to the doctor because I had the flu about 3 minutes ago, after falling down a full flight of stairs. Wow. So far, every answer is in the same line. Oh, yeah, you know, we're going to the same place. Like that. No, I want my, if someone's proposing to me, I want it to be a fucking nuisance to the people around me. I want everyone else to be like, the fuck are they doing? Why are they doing this? And we have to like respect them. We have to clap afterwards, even though we've caused them a problem. They have to clap for us because we got married. We're getting engaged. That's what I'm aiming for. Middle of a movie theater. It's gonna be during a bad movie, which is gonna be based on my opinion of the movie, so it's probably gonna be great. It's probably gonna be a fantastic movie. Just halfway through the ending of Seven Samurai, it will just pop open and be like, will you marry me? Yes. 100%. Right in the like most emotional scenes that happen there at the end of that movie. So cute. What song will you play when you walk down the aisle? Chun-Li by Nicki Minaj. Oh gosh. I've heard that song a few times. I could not recite it. Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. A garbled mashup of whale noises and bird calls. The entire 50 Shades of Grey audiobook. Sandstorm by Darude. Sandstorm by Darude. Acapella cover of WAP is going to be happening during the reception. I'll hire the local college's acapella team and be like, give me with your 90s, give me with your local stuff. I want the best hits that you got in some weird local tunes. That would include an acapella cover of WAP. WAP. But yeah, Sandstorm by Darude. That I can see that happening at an actual wedding. That's just the plot of Pitch Perfect. No, Anna Kendrick strayed from the crowd. She started singing Titanium in the middle of the stage, and everyone was like, whoa, this girl is... They're changing things up, finally, for the first time. You know, I have a lot of friends who are gonna go to bat to defend Pitch Perfect. It was fine. It was alright. It certainly doesn't deserve, like, the big fault. It was alright. It's no Mean Girls. It's just an okay one of those movies. So exciting. What are the guests eating for the entree? Expired deli meat, fried everything. Oh, it sounds pretty good. Bowl of mayonnaise, Halloween candy, cold clam chowder, salt and pepper. You always have your seasoning. There's a third one? I only know that they made a second one. I never even knew that there was a third one. Huh. Anna Kendrick had like a real moment there. Right around the time the first Pitch Perfect came out, she was like big. I assume people will still be excited if they see her. I just don't see her in anything. We're gonna go with fried everything. We're gonna do fried Halloween candy, we're gonna do fried bowls of mayonnaise, fried clam chowder, fried salt and pepper, fried expired deli meat. That'll be great. The second one was so bad, I thought the third one was the second one. That's fun. That's fun. That's like when I found out that the Aladdin movie I watched growing up as a child was the second one in the Aladdin series, or the third one in the Aladdin series, and not the second one. I knew I wasn't watching the original. We didn't own the original on VHS. I never actually watched the original Aladdin. I've never seen the original Aladdin, but I have seen Aladdin and the Prince of Thieves about 30 times. Pretty good. I guess picking fried everything would mean I'd have to have a funnel cake. A funnel cake wedding would be great for the normal person. I do not like funnel cake. I ate too much of it once as a kid and now it just makes me sick. But that's the point of the wedding. You suffer for others. Sounds delicious. What about the cake flavor? Regret? Tears of my enemies. Pavement. Cheddar cheese. That's cheesecake. Soy sauce. Gasoline. We're gonna go with Tears of my enemies. As we all know, I'm very vengeful. That's the thing I love for. I suffer for a horrible husband. Truly. But no regrets. Just, Dr. Doom? He's a Marvel guy, right? Thanos? I think, I don't know who the new dude showing up is. Someone the Conqueror, I think, is the new guy. I don't know. I don't know anything about Marvel. Oh no, it's never regret flavored. I wouldn't regret having funnel cake. I would have been like, I know what this is gonna cause for me, and it's just gonna be pain. I don't think I can be around like I don't think I can be near a funnel cake, like within 5 feet of it, or else I'll get sick. It just has such a strong scent. I've heard this wedding is exclusive. Who's invited? Oh man, I was hoping it was the cast of Mean Girls over here. The people who believe in high school. My cousins. That's just a normal group of people you invite. Every gym teacher I've ever had. Complete strangers I hired on Craigslist. Bo Burnham. No. The inmates of a nearby prison. No. What's so strange? Because cousins are just people that you do normally invite to a wedding. I'm gonna pick my cousins. I'm going to my cousin's wedding next week. I'm invited because I'm one of the cousins. Also, this is a fun picture for cousins. It's just 3 kids on a boat. Sure. All right. Yeah, no. Bo Burnham's staying inside. That's his whole bit. Bo Burnham's the kind of guy who's gonna make the wedding about himself. We all know this. We looked into his psyche. That's his whole thing. He did a big old comedy special about here's who I am as a person. Here's how I suffered. My cousins are coming. Who's not invited? Cardi B, Emma Stone, anyone named Jennifer, the entire state of Idaho, Kim Kardashian, anyone who still uses Facebook. I gotta bring my family in. They can't not come. Emma Stone. I remembered La La Land. They arrived to your wedding on a boat, even if it's landlocked. They'll find a way. A big slip and slide. I remember La La Land. I remember what happened at the Oscars. Emma Stone, you're not getting away with this. Good choice. What did you say the dress code was? Your best. Just try your best for the dress code. You banned the entire state of Idaho. I feel like if I did that, I'd find out like one of my friends moved to Idaho, and I'd be like, oh gosh, now you can't come. I'm so sorry. Though I would love to send that like letter to everybody in Idaho, being like, hey, you're not invited to my wedding. Don't show up. It'd be a powerful choice. Literal garbage. Where's Waldo theme? 70s disco night. Sounds pretty fine. Wild West Cowboy. 2000s Disney Channel star, Coachella attendee. Wild West Cowboy. We're gonna have a fucking cowboy wedding, saloon doors, everything, fried stuff. Emma Stone's not there. Everything people want. Though, you know, I've never been one to like engage with the idea of like throwing a big old wedding. I don't like celebrating myself when weddings are like, hey, let's fucking celebrate ourselves. If I did one, it would be something like weird, like, oh, we're gonna be on a fucking boat. It's gonna be pirate themed. We're gonna be at a dude ranch. It's gonna be cowboy themed. It's gonna be great. Though it still would be 70s disco music, because I do love 70s disco music. Perfect. He's performing at the wedding. A mime. A clown. Can you get a fucking... I'm trying to say something, and I just keep seeing Pete Davidson's face. And it's very hard to talk when I'm just looking at Pete Davidson's face. Can you get a wedding done at medieval times? Because that sounds rad. That sounds fun. I'll just go to a fucking Renaissance fair. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna host a big old carnival, and in the center tent is gonna be the wedding. That's where it's gonna happen. Pete Davidson, a first-time flamethrower, a lawyer, a James Bond impersonator. Oh my god. That's so perfect. Lucerne just got married at a Ren fair. Okay, alright. That sounds rad, because they would have to give you a sword. There's gonna be a whole big deal about it. It'll be great. To marry Black Panther, trustworthy, empathetic, and brave. You and Black Panther would be a perfect match, and imagine ruling Wakanda by his side. It wouldn't be too bad either. Yeah, look at you, in charge. Congrats, Tiny Blue. I didn't know you'd get it. Pete Davidson's gonna be performing at a wedding, because I'm, you know, I don't like Pete Davidson. I don't like his jokes. I'm sure that it's just a social media thing where I've just seen the worst of Pete Davidson. He's probably a nice guy. He's probably not that bad. I don't want to get to know him, but I still want him to be forced to be at my wedding, because it's going to be a nightmare. And then he'll do it on a bit on SNL, and I will never find out because I don't watch SNL. Sounds promising. Lastly, who's the person of honor? Fergie, good choice. Whoever gets to the wedding last. Sonic the Hedgehog, whoever's the drunkest. My childhood crush, Andy Samberg. No thanks. I already have Pete Davidson. It's gonna be a nightmare. If you show up to the wedding and you're the last person to show up to the wedding, we're gonna make a fucking huge deal out of it. We're gonna embarrass you. It's gonna be awful. I should marry Spider-Man. Nerdy, kind of considerate. You should totally marry Spider-Man. Together you two would be the friendly neighborhood cuties. Saving the city one bad guy at a time. Me and AOL. Though I want Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I don't want Tom Holland Spider-Man. I don't want Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield got kicked out of Facebook. I don't want that. I want someone who can take Facebook. Give me Tobey Maguire. We're sister wives. We'll get our own TLC show. It'll be great. Anyhow, I'm gonna take a short break and we'll be back and playing more Library of Ruina. Library of Ruina. Thank you so much. Yeah, let me hit the buttons to make stuff go. First off, let's pause that, and then hit the go button. Andrew Garfield's the most attractive Spider-Man. Bold choice. I think, Tobey Maguire, you know? Tobey Maguire. He did the actions. Though, I guess, Tobey Maguire within... The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man as translated into the Spider-Verse. I watched Into the Spider-Verse. Fucking great movie. Loved that. I guess it's technically... It's a Marvel movie, but it's not a Marvel movie. So I don't count it. Tobey Maguire looks like Eric Foreman. Topher Grace looks like Eric Foreman, and he's in those Spider-Man movies. He's Venom, I think. Something like that. He plays, not Brock Lesnar, but you know the dude's name. I don't. Anyhow, we'll be right back. It's a big cat. Oh no! Just for now. One day I hope to be yarn. I would like to be made of felt, because I would like to know what it's like to feel. So not in this walkie-talkie. Oh hey. Well, I found the Grankle? Hey! Wow. These Grankins are not cute. Oh, he's distracted. He doesn't even know where to look. Yes. Your home now looks like an 80s solo cup. You're welcome. Good day, sir. 1,000-yard stare. That's all fish. All fish are terrified and have lots of horrible memories of being fish. The ocean's a terrifying place.
When I was in the mental institution, I met this man who could predict what the TV was going to say.
Did y'all just see that rhino dingus drive by? There. Let's go see if we can pet this dog for that Twitter account. I think a heart emoji. Oh, okay. Fine, I'll go kill the demon girl. Or I'll use this gun on the other one.
A gun with one bullet.
Do you think that counts as the one bullet?
Do you know what put us on top of the food chain? Do you know?
Thumbs?
And please don't say opposable thumbs. Plenty of animals have those.
One last puzzle to stand in my way. This wasn't here before.
This wasn't here before.
I thought this was telling me what this was, and I thought this was just a very weird font to use for lamp, and not left mouse button or E. Lumbe. Look at that. Perfect stream control. OBS has got nothing on this guy. That might be the best pun I've made this entire month. I could really use some tasty liquid for my soup. Broth? Or just liquid in general? Hi! Thank you so much for the raid, Jimmy Hayden. How you been? Let me hit the thing to go to gameplay. What were you playing? I feel like I looked over and saw it. Final Fantasy. The first one?
I can't do anything.
Thank you for the shout out, Mr. Rich.
They just keep complaining me.
I did watch you play a bit of this game, and it was a wild adventure watching Jamie play that game. If y'all don't know Jamie Hayden, please do check him out. I really appreciate it. They stream. I don't know what times you stream now, but I see you around, like, on every so often, and I'll just pop in for a bit. But Final Fantasy 1, how are you enjoying it? I haven't played that game in a very long time. I also feel like you played through Final Fantasy Tactics recently, but I also lost the concept of time. And I know you were playing Final Fantasy 14 as well, which I know everybody here also likes Final Fantasy 14. There's the one. There's the line. That's what to say. Go check out Jamie if you like Final Fantasy 14. Also, thank you again for the raid. I appreciate it. Hi, Raiders. I'm the world's cutest gamer. We're currently playing Library of Ruina, a game that I currently have muted right now. There we go. It's Reverse Slay the Spire, where people are trying to climb your spire. I need to find a better way to phrase that. But, it's cool. It's interesting. You build yourself a deck. People come up and try and fight you. There's a whole story going around about this library book, people that are happening. Well, check it out. We'll get right into it. Once I remember, it's Book of Taiyan. I wonder if the other people have anything. No? No? Schedule all messed up because moved day shift. Oh yeah, that fucking sucks. I hate to hear that. I know Tiny Blue, my roommate, his schedule gets shifted around every so often, and like just seeing him kind of like deal with that, you know, it seems like it sucks. Not great. I weirdly enough am just trapped in a limbo of just people asking me whenever they have work for me to do, which can happen at any time. It's been weird. Scheduling and like life and existence in all of the current of time has been fucked up for the past year and a half now, which sucks and I hate it. But yeah, I hope you kind of like get back and recover. I know it takes me a few weeks to kind of get into like, they want me to do work this time now? This sucks. Yeah. Anyhow, let's send this invitation and get our nice little thing cutscene. Library of H-Word. Thank you so much for the clip, Mr. Rich. I'll have to check that out later. Nope, not this. That won't do either. I can't seem to find one that strikes me with inspiration. Are we gonna be like a cannibal chef? Is that what you are? Hey there, Pierre. Brought you some fresh ones this time. They got bruised a bit too hard, but they're still breathing. What? Busy developing a new dish. Oh, this guy's a sous chef. Welcome, Jack. Dishes are one thing, but we're running way too short on ingredients these days. I don't have enough salt for these human bodies. But once we got a new shipment of gamers in, they come pre-salted. Luckily, I have my reliable friend Jack here, so I don't have to worry about that for a while. What happened? The musicians of Bremen say they're no longer selling ingredients to us. It's temporary, but no, my luck will get adjusted. Yeah, they just tell you it's temporary at first, and they just fuck you over later. Sounds like something that'll happen, you know. I hope it doesn't, but, you know. They send me back to Graveyard. Yeah, I found out recently people really fucking love Graveyard Shift. I never knew that before. I thought people didn't like Graveyard, but apparently it depends on, I guess, the style of work you're getting. Some people love Graveyard, and more power to you if you do. We need more, like, night owls in society. Should not cater to the morning people. Not great. Those freaks are always unpredictable. What about little piggies then? Same deal. Stop trading with us. I'll do this the old way, you and I together. I love to, but we can't go to our usual spot anymore. The Zwei Association is the state part of the area now. I think Zwei is the association from the first game. Someone was here telling me that last week. And we should pioneer new supply chains. Look at you, global system chains. What are they called? Global systems? World systems theory. That's what it's called. While we're at it, I want to be more experimental with new ingredients. I've been using only young ones for far too long. Gosh, I hope we're talking about animals now and not beebles. That's unfortunate. I'll miss those pasty hand pies that you make. You have to deal with it. Unfortunate as it is, since we lost several vendors that used to provide quality meat for us, sticking to conventional dishes won't cut it. Gourmets will certainly notice the drop in quality of our ingredients. You were aiming to become one of the 8 chefs, right? Oh, there's a whole separate anime plot going on. That's right. The brightest stars of the city that shine over us. They never fail to present us with stunning and sensational flavors. Getting on Chopped, but you have to cook human meat. That sounds like fun. What kind of new ingredients are you looking for? Aged ones should be easier to get though. Their meat has to be squishy. It's not everyone's favorite. Some like it. I'm not looking for a compromise. I want to taste that differentiates from other restaurants. Ever heard of the library? I heard monsters live there. It may still be an urban myth, but monster meat is usually hard to get unless we travel all the way to the outskirts. Oh, that sounds promising. Isn't it? I got an invitation from the library some time ago, see? I'll surprise the gourmets with a dish that's so stimulating and novel I could even rival the 8 chefs themselves. So Jack, you can just count on me and follow my lead, understand? What are we gonna do with the ingredients I bought today then? Put it in the freezer. Let's turn them into jam. It could still be strawberries. It's not meat yet. We don't know if it's people's. We're bottling them alive, so put them on drips of anesthetics and repressors and store them in the kneader. You could do that to a strawberry, right? Meat jam's nice. Might have been a translation error. They probably meant strawberry jam. I knew you'd love it. Oh, and as I said before, you have to put them legs first, not head first. We gotta keep them alive as long as possible, you know. This is Willy Wonka's factory. It's the same thing as Willy Wonka's factory because Willy Wonka's a sicko. I'll stand by that. Fucking weird dude. It's not as flavorful if they died too quickly. Oh, no, it's cannibalism. Or maybe those people are made out of strawberries. I gotta take what I can get here. Cannibalism's a thing in the backstreets, it seems. There are quite a few perverted maniacs who are into that, yeah? But it's kind of a taboo even in the backstreets. You certainly can't go around saying how tasty human meat is. It's actually wealthy folk who consume human meat the most. However, the backstreets of District 23 are an exception. People there only care about pursuing the ultimate flavor and will do anything for it. The most dangerous game, the most dangerous flavor. Soylent Grain. Truly. Gosh. I talked about Soylent earlier, but the fucking audacity of a company to come out, oh, we named our product Soylent, like the thing that's made out of people. Fucking ridiculous. What are we doing? Each part of the backstreets now seems to have its own set of characteristics. Mostly depends on the policies set by the Nest and the Wing. The fuck are those? But most of the backstreets are being neglected anyway. Is human meat particularly delicious or anything? I never had it. Heck if I know. Never tried, never wanna. He wants to try a little bit. He's curious.
저기서 구해오는 재료들은 전부 멀쩡한 사람들 납치해서 바로 요리하는.
Those guys are kidnapping ordinary people and cooking them right after.
미식가들은 그 잔혹한.
Gourmets seem to think that such cruelty only adds to the flavor.
게다가 살아있는.
Even worse, they believe cooking people alive and making them suffer as much as possible is key to perfecting taste.
인간이 인간에게 먹히는 꼴.
Humans eating humans. What a sight to behold.
이 냄새는 새로운 냄새야.
It's a brand new smell. I don't think I like this scent. Now, Jack, it's unfamiliarity like this that brings forth new ideas, you see. I could see them being a little bit like Pennywise. Yeah. If God Robot asks you if humans taste nice, you tell them... I would say you tell them no, just in case they're like, I guess I should try and eat the humans, even though they are a robot. If you say so.
환영합니다, 손님.
Greetings, dear guests.
전 이곳 도서관.
I'm Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake. Oh, they're gonna be so upset when they find out she's a robot. What a wonderful looking ingredient with such a glossy appearance. Speaking of Soylent, have you ever heard of Paranoia? I've heard of Paranoia, I've never played it. I don't know anything about the systems. I'd love to run the RPG with you. Sure, that sounds great. You know, it really depends on like when my free time becomes available again, because like next week is a fucking nightmare, and then the week after that I'm just trying to scrabble like to get all my like school stuff together. One day we'll play some Paranoia. She certainly looks like a fresh top-grade ingredient on the outside, but Pierre, she's unfortunately not a human. People are being fucking rude. Well, that's why I'm even more excited. How do you taste? I'm afraid you cannot do harm to me. We never know until we try. That's true. Did someone say TTRPG? Hi, Elithid, how you doing? Stay calm, Jack. We should keep our manners. She's the wonderful individual who's invited us here, you see. If it's a horror TTRPG, I just assume Elithid's played it at some point. Now then, Miss Angela, may we enter now? May you find your book in this place. Okay, so we still have this wing at the bottom here, and then Yasad is his own tier above them? That's interesting. I would have assumed it went like the other direction. Like, we'd have another aspect that Yasad could exist on. Interesting. Instant cooking, recover 10 HP upon defeating an enemy, max 12. Oh, you don't have that much HP. 2 emergency rations, recover 2 HP at the start of each scene. That's a fucking problem. Fatal to blunt, fatal to pierce, fatal to blunt, fatal to pierce, or fatal to pierce, fatal to blunt. All right, let's go. Let's get in there. We're starting off with these two, Malkuth and Joel. It's more like a black comedy. Interesting. I thought it was like a horror, like a scary game. I guess. Oh, they're pretty fast. You're going after Joel. You're going after Malkuth. Computer, your friend, everything is perfect. You just promoted troubleshooter, but there's no trouble in Alpha Complex because if there was, you'd have shot it, troubleshooter. If it's not obvious, they're all named after parts of the Tree of Life. I don't know what the Tree of Life is, so yeah, I didn't know that. Appreciate the heads up, Reaganomicon. Hey, Timbo, how you doing? Just got here. You love Paranoia. That tracks. You know? You can always contact either two of you to figure out stuff about TTRPGs. What are you doing? You're just gonna shield and then bleed attack. You are double attacking. Said TTRPG and everybody swarmed in. You'll get them. That works. I'm gonna use this because it's gonna give protection to everybody next scene. And also it'll probably, it has a decent chance of beating through this person's attacks. Though we will be a little slow, but we have Skitter away for after that turn. You though, what are you getting hit by? Just 2 attacks in a row? Inflict 2 bind next scene, don't know what that is. Figure that out. I think we'll engage with both people just to kind of have a good chance of beating them down. Our blow it up is not as good as their cards, but charge and cover seems pretty decent. Yeah, we'll throw that away. Friend computer, such a good. They sound like a friend though. They sound great. It's called friend computer, right? This turn went perfectly. This never happened to me. The Kabbalah. Staple to everything for flavor. I don't even know what that is. I feel like I should. I feel like I know that word from somewhere. Yeah, it's more of a antagonist. Either an antagonist or a... There's not an antagonist. It's either a protagonist or antagonist. That's what a friend computer's like. I say with Ashes. Ashes seems good. We'll throw it over on Malka because she's got more stagger and HP. I feel like we did pretty decently that turn, but I think we just rolled really well. What are you doing? 3 to 4 slash and then an attack. Judaic mysticism, I guess. The actual thing is weird and complicated. See, that's fair. I don't know a lot about like Western religion, to be completely honest. And that would make sense. It's like one of those books I've heard about from like other like media because like it's a thing that's happened to me a lot where like I'll like watch a piece of media and at the end of it people will be talking about like, oh, this is like a Jesus reference. I'm like, oh, I didn't pick up on any of that. I did not grow up Christian, so it's like, oh, okay, cool. Charging cover seems good here, particularly because this guy's weak to it. But our first die has a pretty good chance of beating his first one. And then we both miss on the other one. You're going 2-6-2-5. 1-6-2-5, not great. 4-8-3-4. Commandeering seems fine because we already have the extra like mana up. I think this is a good thing. It's sprinkled in everywhere, like the golem, for instance. Yes. I only know about the golem's connection to like Judaism because like we had to watch an episode of X-Files during class in the 6th grade. It was about the golem. I think it was like related to a book we were reading, like, oh yeah, and the whole X-Files episode is about like the Jewish golem and how that exists. It was definitely a choice on terms of like the school, but yeah, there we go. Oh, he's still recovering HP, which is kind of a problem. But we'll just get the kills here. We'll blow it up. This might not technically kill, which could be a problem. But I wanna start getting damage in on this fella over here. 1 to 4, 3 to 5. I'll just go for the reliable 3 to 5 here. Rugrats taught me something about Judaism. I remember that episode. I don't remember a single thing that happened in it though. 2 episodes. I don't remember what the second episode is. Matchlight. We'll give it to Joel, because I don't know what it does yet. Person's still healing every turn, that's obnoxious. What are you doing though? You're doing a double hit there. So we'll try and dodge the first... Yeah, we'll just try and dodge, I guess. It'll be bad. Maybe. We don't have anything that really is much better, except for like preemptive strike, I guess. We have like a tighter window, so they might get a 2 and make it like a 3. And then the 1 to 8 is like, eh. This person's not gonna stagger us off these hits though. That game is coming up sometime in 2 weeks, I don't know. The schedule is still a little iffy, I think. We're still like getting stuff figured together. We actually talked about it today. I'm excited. I made my exalted. I'll keep the secrets to myself though. We'll try to get her away. I kind of you know, high risk, high reward. By high reward, I mean just don't get hit. Though you're not attacking me, so I can just beat up on you for a bit. Pierce and blunt, you're kind of weak too. So we'll blow it up. We'll get the paralysis, make the next attack better. Perfect, perfect. Look at that. Taking a full week off last week in December. Ooh, exciting. I'm actually taking next week off of work, but I have a whole bunch of other stuff I need to do, so it's not like getting anything done, but like I get to focus on stuff for a little bit. for like the first day. Okay, this is fine. This isn't like a bad attack. It's 3 to 4, so this 3 to 5 has a chance of winning, or at least clashing. And then we'll just have you hit him with the charge and cover, because that'll probably break your stagger. Or we just get the kill. It's fine. I'm sad we didn't get to... I was kind of hoping that the technology floor would be like the first floor, like I'd move it down so I could listen to the technology floor music. But hey, it's something we get to check out later. It'll be great. I didn't get any fucking emotional books. Sucks. What a bunch of nutcases. It's best not to interact with the likes of them. At least they were more well-mannered than you. True. Okay. I do have a question about that, because it's like Slay the Spire structured. Can I do the technology floor and then go back down to the history floor? Or do I have to, because the history floor is like below the technology floor. Well, here's a word of wisdom for still naive Miss Librarian. I could probably just test it out next time. It doesn't really super matter if you fail once. You can go in any order. Okay. Alright. That's good to know. If you meet a polite and well-mannered person in the back streets, run for your life. They're gonna serial kill you or something. Not all lunatics are polite, but polite people tend to be lunatics. I mean, we'll just test it out next time. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with politeness. Here's another word of wisdom. Lunatics always exist in any given group of people, so there's no point in using any criteria to divide people into groups to see which is more insane. What a load of bull. Roland has a lot of older brother's friend energy in terms of the advice he gives. Hey, we get Yasaz's floor anyway. Let's see what books we have. Book of Jack, Book of Pierre. Which of these is going to be the next one, though? Let me double check. No. Book of Pierre. No. Book of Mullen. Book of Naoki? Book of Tyan? Huh. Did I like miss something? Do I need to go back and do that floor again? Oh, Hook Office Volume 1. No, never mind. Well, you know, maybe if we do that first floor, like do the little special thing, and maybe something will pop up and we'll get the next one. Let's pop these books open though. Backstreet Busher, page 1. Deal 1 damage against enemies with bleed. That sounds pretty good. 1 to 4 speed. Jack's page. This is great. I like Jack's page. Jack's page seems fucking strong as hell. Recovering 2 HP at the start of each scene. Quick prep. 4 to 5 on 3 to 5. Inflict 2 bleed next scene. Ingredient hunt. Also good. Keep it fresh. Well, that seems good. I might go and give Roland these cooking preps, because they seem like good cards. And also he's missing out on Pierce, and I gave him Pierce last time. Though I Can Cook Anything also seems good. I'll give these I Can Cook Anythings over to Yedsel, because I built him into like kind of a beefy boy, kind of like a tank man. We can also change his page to be that of Jack. Cook that. Oh wait, no. Why do I not get my stuff from the other pages, though? Load, just a little casual mutilation. Okay, wait, no. Let's go back to the key page. Let's switch you back to Mo's page. This one over here. I would like to keep your cards. Okay, so if I go into here, take these all out. Technological and culinary floor. Yes. but we're cooking humans. The world's most dangerous meat. I already said that joke earlier. Let's get in here. Let's switch him to Jack's page. Now let's see if we can load in this page like I want to. Yes, perfect. We'll take out. Let's see what this card actually does. I can cook anything. 1 to 6 and a 4 to 4. Pierce and then slash. Yeah, the other one just seems better. I mean, there's specifically a case where it's not as good. Bit cooler, less on fire soon. Oh yeah, California's still on fire. Not great. I also hope it gets less on fire. I thought you meant, for a second there, I thought you meant just like generally like the heat, because the heat everywhere is just a fucking nightmare. I think there's also a hurricane. Are the hurricanes still coming? I don't actually know. But not great. I'm gonna take out one of these endures. No, I'll keep the endure. I'll keep one. I can cook anything. Hurricane's supposed to hit you Sunday. Oh, the hurricane's also on fire. Gosh, you know, I wouldn't be fucking surprised. Genuinely. Someone was just one day like, oh yeah, everything's getting much, much worse. Let's take out this Backstreet stash and let's put in these, You refresh? No. Cooking prep. Prep seems good. Maybe we'll take out, oh, pull-up. 37 seems good though. Well, maybe take out a struggle or... No, these all seem pretty good. Maybe the wall-up will take out for one of the cards I was looking at. Keep fresh. Yeah. We got one wall-up, put in the keep fresh because we don't have a lot of opening slash damage. We do have a lot of blunt damage. Literally didn't even rain. 30 minutes ago, hardest rain of my life hit there. Oh geez. Hopefully everything's still fine over there. A mothership one shot and pulled my friends. Only one responded. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hate when that happens. Though, you know, always the Knights of the Bantam. Novus could do one of those. Just find a group of people, do a little one shot, have a lot of fun. One of the things I like about like being a member of like so many different like communities a little bit now is like if I have the need to like see if like something's cool, I can be like, hey, y'all want to try something out? It might be fun. It's exciting. It's fun stuff. Save this current setup. We're gonna save over Guts and Glory because I don't remember what Roland's actual book is called. But let's go and run Yasad's Enter the Book of Forsaken Murder. One in trophy, right? Is trophy like a system? Wrath. Deal double stagger damage on successful attacks. Fear. All dice lose 4 power when the character has status effects. Okay, so if I hit you with the status effect, it should be fine. I'm also going pretty fast, so I might be able to just... Never mind. What are you going with? Dodge, dodge, slash. Not too bad, but that thing could be a problem. So here's the thing. I'm gonna get hit by this 1 to 3 attack. It's not a huge issue because I'm only weak to it. Never mind. It's fatal to me. It'll be kind of bad, but I have 25 stagger defense, so I'll just go all in on this attack. And I still beat it. We got there. It's fine. Did not deserve that. Did not deserve that win there. Dodge, dodge. Bludgeon. Yeah. We don't really have a lot going on here. But they are stats effects, so all dice lose power when the character has stats effects. So we should win this endure, or at least clash. So I think we'll do this because we should get that, and we should inflict the stats effect with a paralysis on the next turn. Trophy is a system segment based on, I think Mothership is too. We traded there at the end. It should be fine. As long as I keep hitting him with status effects. Oh, okay. 575757. That's scary. I don't know if I can beat that. I might be able to beat the first one, but I'll still get hit pretty badly. 3-5, 3-4. Yeah, this isn't great. My best chances is going first, but actually he has the status effect on him, so he's gonna get a -4 on all of those, and that goes through. So I might have a chance, especially with this fend it off if you can, because if the first one hits, yeah, this is the one. Because if the first one hits, which it might, because of the -4 he's gonna get from the status effect, it's gonna lower the next value of his next dice, which should get bring down, and then we'll have the bleed. We'll get hit by the last one, the 5 out of 7 on the last one, but it should be lowered, and it shouldn't kill us, because we've got a lot. And we got the stagger anyway. It's fine. It's all good. Doesn't look like it is. Interesting. Got him. We did get him, shockingly enough. And we'll hit him with the going first, because that's going to give us 2 bleed on the next turn and also a bit of damage. Oh, it won't kill him, but it'll do some decent stuff. What are you doing? You're just doing Change Wrath again? That should be fine. I don't particularly care about that. On this one though, I do want to hit you with some more stacks of bleed, because I want to see if that like builds up again. I'm just experimenting a little bit now. I thought I was going to get the kill there, but they should take 2 bleed damage this turn to die, I think. 575757. This should be lowered quite a bit because of the that there, and as a result, I think I'm pretty fine with going for I can cook anything. Mainly because I just want to see it go. I kind of wanted to see it happen. I'm gonna once again take that last hit, or not. I didn't expect to get a 6 on that first dice though. 100%. That came out of nowhere. Suppression of Forsaken Murderer complete. I love to see it. If you're gonna suppress anybody, suppress the murderer. Damn. Check out how orderly these books are organized. The compulsion is almost scaring me at this point. Your clothes are still slovenly. There's an Alien game coming out tonight. Weird. Fucking Psychonauts 2 is coming out in 2 days. I had no fucking idea until I saw it on AOL schedule. AOL was like, I'm streaming Psychonauts 2 on Wednesday, and I'm like, or Thursday or whatever. And I was like, huh? That game's out? Oh. Your clothes are so slovenly. Critical is already playing Psychonauts. I know who Critical is. He's on TikTok all the time. I keep seeing clips of the dude Critical, and I was like, this guy is probably a fucking huge Twitch person. And that's the guy. I know him. Look at me. I'm aware. I'm aware of the platform I'm on. I know how it works. But, like, you know, if you're a fucking big-time Twitch person, they're just gonna send you games. Be like, play this. Oh yeah, no. This is the only reason he shows up on TikTok all the time. I'm not, like, following like Critical and stuff. He's so big. He just keeps showing up on stuff. He's the guy with the long hair, and it's like, woo! I think I saw him shoot a bow and arrow once. Completely unrelated. He straightens Roland's attire once again. Oh, we're gonna kiss. We about to kiss. I appreciate it, but it feels kind of awkward to be honest. Proper attitude of the mind begins with a well-conducted body. Well, I guess I should say thanks. What's your business this time? Nothing unusual. Got some books to deliver and some questions to ask. Heard from Malkuth that the librarians here used to be humans long ago. Is that true? It is.
전부 한 가닥
Were you all seasoned
싸움꾼들이었다고
brawlers in
하더라.
your past lives then? Like the ringleaders of the syndicates?
근데 또 해결
Although,
상황에서 좀 불러보니
my intuition as a fixer is telling me a little bit otherwise.
말이지.
맞습니다.
Your observation would be correct.
저희는
None of us live
전과
such
연이은 삶을 살았죠.
a violent life.
몇몇 예외는
Save
있습니다.
for a couple of exceptions, that is.
그치?
Knew it.
그런데 어떻게
How are you so skillful with dealing with guests, though?
책의 힘입니다.
Thanks to the books.
책을 통해
We gained the powers of the previous guests through their books. Ah,
그래서 책이 쌓여
so that's why you guys seem to grow stronger with every book I gave you.
도서관이라는 공간에서 책은 힘을
In the library, books act as source of powers. Emotions can do the same.
더불어 누군가의 책을 통해
Through the books, we can imbue our own bodies with the senses and strengths that were engraved in other bodies.
그리고 이곳
Moreover, the library can amplify the emotions of its
감정을
denizens,
공간이죠.
acts upon visitors and residents alike.
이 책이란 거
Wow,
생각보다 훨씬
these
대단하네.
books are a lot more impressive than I thought.
책이라는 게
Heck,
공방의 시술이나 도구보다
Might be even better than the surgeries and tools most workshops have to offer. Information's one thing, but this could be a real moneymaker.
세속적으로 생각하는
You think in secular terms. You gotta think about the tree of life. Feral books. The books come to life. They bite. Or we eat the books. Something's happened with these books. Call it the pathetically tearful survival instincts of a man who's lived most of his life in poverty, will ya?
아무튼 궁금한 점은
Anyways.
해결됐어. 친절한 답변 고맙습니다.
That's all my questions. Thank you for your kind answers.
착각하지 마시기 바랍니다.
Every book I get, I draw my little face inside of it, and then I become the book. They can't take that away from me now.
전 당신에게 좋은
I
감정을
do not particularly think highly of you. You're nothing more than Angela's little lapdog. How dare you? You two have a romantic tension that can be cut from over here, outside of the video game world. What? Hey, that's rude. You know I didn't take this job by choice.
어쩔 수 없다는 것이 면제부가
That necessarily exempt you from guiltiness, however.
볼일 다 보셨으면
Now, if you're done with your errands,
주시기 바랍니다.
kindly take your leave now. That little piece of shit. Or a little piece of ass, depending on which kind of like lore you're going there. Really depends. Four technological, yeah. One assistant librarian. New abnormality pages. Fort, level 2. Bites lip. Does this thing. The TikTok song plays in the background. Single ally upon a successful blunt attack inflict 1 bind and 1 paralysis next scene. That's pretty good. A single ally blunt dice gain 1 to 3 power speed of 6 at 1. Lowers the minimum value of all dice by 1 and raise the maximum value by 3. That's fucking great. Should I be giving this guy more blunt stuff? Oh, look at Pousey. I don't know how I should pronounce this person's name, but I'm not gonna pronounce it the other way. We'll just give you a whole bunch of blunt dice. How about that? Baxter's page, open wound. I don't know. Let me give you Moe's book. And now we'll have you just be focused on there are rarities? Alright. Blunt. Let me see the blunt options. Charge up. Wallop. Wallop is good. Wallop is two pretty high rolling dice already. We'll trim the ingredients. We only have one of those though, which is kind of a problem. We'll probably put something else at the 1 slot then, too. I don't like charge up. I don't want the paralysis. 10,000 years later, the gacha sneaks up on you again. You get so invested in the system, you're like, I guess I gotta fucking grind for cards now. Which is probably what's gonna happen. I'm already running out of the good cards I have. We'll give you a Rampage, because that's pretty good on what you got. I kinda want YOLO. It doesn't seem like a good card, but it's funny. We'll give you 1 more blunt card. Probably fend this off if you can, because I think those are all... No, your side has fend the off if you can. We don't need another one of those over here. We'll do Dirty Blow. Dirty Blow seems fine still. Topping off. Thanks for stopping by, let's appreciate it. I hope things cool down for you. Let's take out that. Confirm. Let's get some defensive cards going at least. What do I want? Feeling good. 3 to 4 seems pretty good on a defensive card. Keep it fresh. I want to keep it fresh. I want to keep it fresh. Yeah, we don't have any keep it fresh there. Another keep it fresh, actually. That seems fine. Maybe if I can find it. I used the last one I keep it precious. Keep it fresh. Cooking prep, just for variety. We got a wallop already. We don't need. We'll keep 2 wallops. It's the best blunt card we have. We'll take a charge and cover. Do I want to trim anything out? Yellow is bad. Yellow's not a good card. But I'm gonna keep it. Oh, actually. We'll take out yellow, putting going first. I know Yasad has going first, but like getting the extra bleed damage might be pretty good. Though I guess if we have all this bleed damage, we should change. Wait, let me go in here. Let me save the setup as Housei. Certainly a name to choose. Put it on there. We'll go. Get out of here somehow. Keep H. We'll give you the extra bleed damage. Yes. Sure, the French. Which one of these is better? 47, 25, normal, normal, fatal, fatal, weak, weak. What do you got? Okay, you're pretty balanced along that. I guess we'll do double fatal for the blunt damage here. Now let's go to combat pages. That's how I'll explain it too. Import. Yes. Okay, so I still have to go in here. Go back to this Moe's page. Equip that. Take these out because I don't have any more of these. So I gotta take these all out here. I feel like this system is built for a purpose this way, but I don't get it yet. Go back in here, equip that. Combat pages. Load. This. Perfect. By perfect, I mean fine. Okay. Complete an act after 3 librarians have reached emotion level 2. You got that? I'm almost there. Obtain the book of da-da-da. Rise to the rank of urban legend. I'm working on it. Let's see who we can invite. Book of Jack. No. Book of Pierre? No. Book of McMullen. Book of Naoki. Book of Tyen. We already did this one. Book Office. Book of Arnold. Book of Consta. I think I missed a book in the Book of Tyen that just didn't get me the next story bit, which is interesting. So we'll run the Book of Tyen again, just to see if we can get that story bit. And we'll go in with the team. Yasad and Piausi. It's very funny to me that these pixel vans. It's a very funny pixel van. Let's go. To recover HP equal to bleed stacks. That's not too bad. Inflict 2 blind next scene. What does blind do? I didn't get hit by it last time, so I didn't find out what it did. What do you got? You're going for that guy, you're going for that guy, so 2 to 6 and a 2 to 6 and 2 to 5. So we're gonna have you try and double block. Our chance of blocking isn't super high, but it's decent. And then we can hit him with paralysis from the Endure. And then you pierce. Oh, we can just wreck this guy on pierce damage. But also we could also just wallop him, and that's fatal. And pierce is better on the long run. So we'll wallop him. We'll just try and take out this dude, which isn't what I would normally do because he has that HP recovery ability. But I think if we just beat him down fast enough, it's not gonna be like a huge issue. Okay. He's still staggered, so we can just go kill him, pretty much. What are you doing? Do you have enough stuff to kill this guy? He has 19 HP. You don't have enough to kill this guy. 2, that's 4 damage. Then something, that's gonna be at least 8 damage. This is certainly more. And we don't need that HP recovery just yet. You gotta secure the bag. Sometimes you gotta secure the bag. Right? 8, 10. We don't need to do that. We'll just go and first them. That should be fine. Perfect. Upon a successful blind attack, inflict 1 blind and 1 paralysis. Lower the minimum value of dice by 1 and raise the maximum value by 3. We're gonna go with violence. Violence is just a powerful card. Shocking nobody. What are you doing? You're going for a dodge and then a normal attack? Yeah, I think our best bet is to try and endure past that second attack. We have a decent chance of it, but like, other options there just aren't great. And we'll just rampage you. You know? Sometimes people just rampage you. Especially given like the higher dice numbers on that. And now we'll just kill him. What do we got? Wallop. Going first? You're not, but we can pretend like you are. Kurt call for reception at Pierre's Bistro again. Give me those cards. Book of Jack, Book of Pierre. I didn't get the... Interesting. Okay, if I go in here, go to invitation, put in Jack and Pierre. There we go. We haven't had to do that before. I probably should have checked that last time, but you know it happens. Do I want to pop open these other books I got? Yeah, I might as well. Let's open some of them. Get the gotcha going. Get the gotcha going. I keep doing this with my fingers. That's not a thing I normally do. Did we get anything that we didn't have before? Oh, we got Pierre's page, which I thought was pretty good when I saw it. We might use it later. Oh, it's a 2 to 4 speed too. We might just throw it on like Alex. Go to the library. Go to Alex. Half-Baked Courage. When an ally dies, gain 1 strength vaccine. I don't want that. I'm going to save your current setup as Alex 1. Now let me take all these cards out so I can use them on someone else's thing. Load combat page list, Alex 1. The Unicode gotcha emoji. I mean, at some point, it's going to have to come up. I'm genuinely shocked that Twitch does not like turn emotes into gotchas. I mean, they have like that channel point redemption where it's like get a random emote for like 80 points or like whatever it is. But there's a lot of stuff in life where I'm like surprised it has not gone to the territory of like random distribution packages. because my parents have like this big old they have this big old glass like jar bowl type thing of airplane bottles of liquor. I don't know why. They don't even drink that much. They just kind of like that it's there. And I was looking through it. I like to like just sift through just to see what's in there because there's some weird shit in there. And I was like, you know what I would 100% buy every time I was like gonna drink? I would buy a fucking random grab bag, like a 5-pack of like, here are 5 random airplane bottles of liquor. And I'd be like, this is a nightmare. All of these taste like garbage. I have to drink them straight because I have nothing to mix them with. But I would buy them all the time. Because I'm just fucking hooked on that shit. Like some sort of asshole. What better cards can we give you? Backstreet Stash. Charge and cover is fine. I don't think I like Wallop. I think Wallop is kind of going down in quality now we're getting a little bit stronger cards. But let's see what we got over Wallop. Overpower. Overpower seems pretty good. Let me take out 1 Wallop. Put it in Overpower. 2 to 6, 2 to 4. Yeah, we're gonna put in 2 Overpowers. How about that? A better 1 cost. Maybe something better than charge and cover. What we got? Keep it fresh. 3 to 6, 2 to 6. 3 to 4, 1 to 12. Cooking prep. 4 to 5, 3 to 5. I kind of want this over Backstreet's Dash. But I feel like everybody's rocking cooking preps now. I just think it's a decent card. Save that over. Particularly, I think Roland is running multiple copies of cooking prep. Anyhow, let's go into the library. Let's send out the invitation before I forget what I need to do. It should have been obviously the first time, but here we are. I hit the send invitation button and it doesn't send the invitation. It's like negative the other thing. Streetlight fixer. I assume that doesn't mean someone who fixes streetlights. Lulu, why is our office so unpopular with clients? Our office is officially designated by the Zwei Association as an affiliate too. And the crime rate of territory secured by the streetlight office remains at a remarkable 0%. As long as the contract is in effect. Crime rate of territories. Interesting. What does that mean? We only cover 2 blocks of space at the most, though. And we'll eventually get work if we wait. This man looks like Roland, but like just a reskin color of Roland. Yeah, sure. You can keep waiting for the rest of your life. I'm seriously considering moving to another office. People be free to move jobs. Have as much loyalty to your company as they have to you. You know? Never thought you'd have what it takes to work for a bigger office. Like you, I have several business connections I made from experience. You understand? Roland Alter. This is the costume 2 in the Library of Ruina fighting game. Yeah. It's the clone character when he's in Super Smash Brothers. Your mother must be busy being a legendary fixer or whatever, while I have friends who can help me right away. That's an interesting thing to note, like, oh, your mom's so good at crime. Yeah, some great fixer you are. Yeah. Why, thanks. I know I'm great. Hey. You ate the cake in the fridge, didn't you? Guys, I have work for you. Fighting again, aren't you? Streetlight operator San. This SOB ate the cake without even asking me. We had cannibals. You could write son of a bitch. The expiration date was yesterday, so I took care of it all. That's all. It's my cake. Even if it's expired, I'll take care of it on my own. Cake's not gonna go bad after 1 day, right? Anyway, Albess. How about that work? Don't change the topic. I'll eat you another cake, so calm down for a moment, alright? A limited edition cake? A gotcha cake. Give me a random black box and have a random piece of cake inside. We're fucking changing the restaurant industry. No longer will you choose your meals. It'll be a random... that sounds fucking awful. You go to a restaurant, you don't get to choose what you eat. They just plant a random fucking plate in front of you. You're just gonna find the cheapest thing they can sell and then just market that as like really good. I'm still rather skeptical about it. I got this one from a friend of mine at the association. It's like when cons sell like random grab bags and it's all just merchandise they couldn't sell before. They have like one that has like a bunch of expensive shit in it, so that when somebody like gets that, they like start advertising it to people like, oh fuck, I got all this great shit from this like $5 mystery bag. And then suddenly you got like 15 Funko Pops of a My Hero Academia character that people just didn't really like. You know? The associate fixer working directly under his Y. Yeah, it's her. The HANA Association has yet to consider this request as a subject that needs to be addressed officially. Have you heard of the library? Some stories of... we overheard rats talking about it. Said the books in that place are tremendous value or whatever. Oh, this place is like a decent office. They got like a fucking window view of an actual city. I see. Retrieve an invitation to that library from my friend I just mentioned. But we might not get much payment from this request if it's off the record. It won't count towards her official career either. Such as it is, the association is trying to remain cautious about it. Are we really going to walk right into a place we know nothing about? She did promise to see that we were awarded with pay comparable to an urban legend class request. If everything goes out well, maybe we'll become an urban legend after this one. That's something. Surely it was a bad idea after all, don't you think? Let's do this. Yes, we have no choice. Oh, I thought he was about to offer like a positive, like a option. He was like, let's do this. Still too uncertain, but we need that money. We haven't been too busy lately. Thanks, everyone. We'll get through this like we always have. You're gonna get turned into a fucking book. Zwei? Hana? Other people have talked about those. They're talking about associations of fixers. It takes more than just setting up an office to jump into fixer business. There are a total of 12 fixer associations across the city, each in charge of different types of work. Cases and requests are all sorted according to the type and sent to one of those associations. Associations manage offices and delegate work to them. I see. That's right. Sometimes the association might send documents to multiple offices at once, or directly have associate fixers taking care of the work. And among them, the HANA Association has an overall control of all fixers. They're grade fixers and authorized offices and stuff. Do offices have grades as well? Essentially, the requests sent out by the association are graded too. They really love to grade things, don't they? Easier to know that way. There's grading in this game. We opened up the gotchas books and they had rarities. Know what? Excuse me. How valuable am I as a person? Think about it. Who in the city would claim this is my worth with confidence? Everyone's busy minding their own business. No one's gonna lounge around having deep conversations about each other's values. Knowing each other's grades and affiliations, on the other hand, can save a ton of words. You can tell if you're above or below a person you're talking to right away. I think people stop trying to learn or think about it at some point. Bet you won't say the same thing once you experience the city life for a bit. You have to interact with so many people out there, whether you want to or not. People have been looking for ways to adapt to the city, and this is just one of them. Yes, we really are desperate. There we go. To think that we take up a job just like this. Stop complaining. We should be glad to have work at all. I know. Do you really have to point out the obvious? Nah, now. Cool it down, y'all. Can't tell if you're best friends or worst enemies. Excuse me. Don't associate me with this goof. I certainly don't want that either. Alright. Let's have a feast at Julie's restaurant once it's over. Tabs on me. That's a fucking boss right there. Hell yeah. Though, if I'm ever in those business situations where someone's like, okay, tabs on me, I still order the cheapest thing that's available. I don't want to be a problem. That's a death flag. I mean, it is a death flag. We're also going to kill him. I don't know if we can call them death flags if we're the ones who are going to do the murders. Greetings, dear guests. You seem to be well acquainted with each other. Who are you? Prepare yourselves. There's no need to be so wary. Your ordeal has not started yet. I'm Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake. Nice to meet you. I'm San, from the Streetlight office. We were brought here by the invitation. There's something I'd like to ask about? What is it? I actually retrieved this invitation from another person, not directly from you. Are we still eligible? Yes, indeed. The invitation eventually reached you, dear guest, and you signed your name with your own will. Everything has worked as intended. I see. May you find your book in this place. They're very polite about it. We're still gonna kill them, but, you know. It's nice. Huh, she was a nicer person than I thought. Same about you three. That look like a human to you? I mean, she did have the shape of a person, but something about her didn't feel right. Though I can't exactly put it to words. It's weird that they're just having them all say the exact kind of same thing, like, they're like all saying, oh, she's not a person. Like, we kind of got that clear. We've already talked to her about it. But they're kind of describing it in like slightly different ways, but not like too far gone from each other. She's probably is a machine. Didn't expect to see a machine that's so similar to a human being. Let's focus on our work. Once again, you must back off as soon as you feel that you're in danger. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. I feel like I'm in danger, but sneeze that's about to happen. It's only one act. Interesting. On a clash, win boost the max value of the next die by 3%, 25% chance. That's not too bad. Stagger damage against enemies with slower speed. That's pretty good. 50% chance to inflict 1 burn on a successful attack. Also really good. I love this. I love this card. It just seems like a fun card. We'll throw down with the Yasad and Piausi. The French term, of course. First, let's get in there. We'll like light them up. That'd be great. Okay, we're faster than them entirely. Gather intel. That's a 2 to 6. That's not really much of anything. Dodge and then 2 attacks. Gain 2 endurance is kind of a problem. The block. 2 burn. Interesting. I probably shouldn't call them blocks when they're dodges, but you know. What do we got? Give me the ingredients. We can paralyze him, maybe. Particularly if we take the dodge action, we can bleed him next turn, which should do pretty well. But he's not weak to he takes normal damage from pierce, and he takes endurance from slash. I probably should take a little bit more of a closer look at that. But you, however, are weak to pierce. So if we take that dodge action first, it should be fine. Especially because we are going first. This guy's gonna hit us for 2 to 6. That's not too bad of a problem. Then we're gonna hit her twice. Maybe. We'll clash on the first one. They'll dodge the second one most likely. And then we'll maybe hit on the third one. Let's see what you're up to. Endure. Also going first. That could also be pretty good. But fend this off if you can. Also good here. Particularly because this person is still weak to pierce. We're just going to focus down Lulu because she seems kind of scary. I think avoiding these, like not engaging with these 2 attacks might be a mistake, but you know, we'll find out what happens. There's a stagger. Die in the first turn. I'd love to see it. Cannot lie, this is not looking much like any library I've been in. The libraries you have not have big old gears in the background, a van that got blown up, people fighting. Always people fighting in the library. Also, hi, how you doing, Partnock Life for Us? How's the world? How is the fighting with Manus inside of the wrong room, in the fire demon room? I mean, I watched the end of the stream, so I know how that went, but you know, you did pretty well. I was like, oh, damn. Hit on defense, recover 2 HP. So that's only if he rolls that. So if he successfully gets that. Good. Ruina is interesting. I'm liking it quite a bit. I don't think I've like fully grasped the entire thing yet. I feel like I'm like 1 session away from it. Like people have told me like it gets like super hard in the next difficulty level that we get to. But this one's fun. I'm enjoying it. Though I don't know how well I'm playing necessarily. So he's gonna dodge the first attack. And we got a 4 here, so we're gonna go first. So we might just try and wallop this fella. We get a decent chance of getting that in. And he'll dodge the first attack, most likely. And then we'll try and hit him with the second one, it'll be fine. And then what are you doing? Going first, bleed. You're not weak to anything, which is a problem. But you are also not weak to pierce, which is a problem. And you're both targeting this fella, so there's no point in doing those dodges at the start. So you might as well just go for damage and inflict bleed. Sounds like your experience with Darkest Dungeon. Pretty sure I was doing well, but having fun. Yeah. Luckily, this game isn't as like unforgiving as Darkest Dungeon is. I played a little bit of Darkest Dungeon. I didn't get too far into it. But Darkest Dungeon, like, you definitely like lose characters. I don't think you lose characters in this one. I think it's just like, hey, try your best. This is pretty much reverse Slay the Spire, where we are the enemies we're fighting are like the people who are trying to climb the tower, and we're like killing them before they can get up there. It's an interesting concept. I like it. See, I thought that dude would be a little bit more scary. We got violence again. The music keeps switching to lobby music. I'm sorry, I'm not good at controlling my emotions. I do like the actual, like... There we go. Yeah. It did it for you, Reaganomicon. The music was like, well, set the emotion level back up. Though we are still at a lower emotion level than the opponents. Which is interesting. Oh, you can actually see the amount of copies you're gonna get off of this. Interesting. 3, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4. I can dodge these pretty much, I think. Particularly that first attack. Like, it's not gonna be an issue, but like, it's gonna take a second to break through this guy's endurance. Oh wow. Did I misread who he was attacking? I thought he was attacking this guy in the back. He went after, this lady. What happened? Okay, you're going after this lady again. 2 to 4, slash, shouldn't be a problem. Especially with the 3 to 7, Dirty Blow is good. She intercepted the strikes, I think. Okay, yeah. That's like the one thing I'm like, kind of, the kind of like the way speed intercepts into like the engaging of combat. Since she went first, she went to engage the guy first, and then the attacks went off. And since she's still gonna go, well, this guy's gonna go first, so it doesn't matter. So this guy's still gonna do his 2 to 4. We can beat that with this 3 to 7, most likely, without a doubt in my mind. Well, there is one doubt in my mind, and that's the number 3. But for the rest of these, we'll just go on first them. Speed system, there's partially there for tanking. Okay. Alright. I get that. I mean, I built up Yedsol as like a more, or Yesod as a more tanky character. I was kind of wondering how I could like integrate him into combat so that he could like take blows for other people. Oh, he's staggered. I was gonna see if I can like test out how I think the system works, but I guess I'll have to wait. Let's just do this, and also have you just rampage. Let's just kill him. Maybe you should have told her how you feel. Curtain call for the reception of the streetlight office. We got him. We got 3 books of Mars. Oh, does Mars die and everybody else like leave and come back? I don't know why else we would only get books of Mars here. They're still rookies. Oh no, I guess we just didn't get them. It's not a good idea for fixers to form such tight bonds with each other. Well, I guess this will be a lesson for them. Well, they died, so I don't know if that's true. You talk as if you're used to all this. I've already grown past that phase and maybe some more too. Forming bonds aren't bad per se, but there's just too much risk associated with it. The real deal fixers know when to cut things off. You mean to keep enough distance from people so that you won't feel hurt from their losses? Yeah. It's just ironic that people who aren't mentally prepared to face death are applying for a job that involves killing in the first place. Scene just ended. Ah! Oh, he just went down. Another floor. Literature, huh? This has got to be the most unfitting category for the city. Hi. I'm Hod. In charge of the floor of literature. Does she have the same hair as Malkuth? I don't think so. I am Roland, helper of Angela in several ways. I see. Don't tell me.
엔젤라한테 안 좋은 감정을
Do you also happen to hold some sort of grudge against Angela?
호의적이라고는
I'm not at all friendly towards her, that's for certain.
하지만
But we made a deal with her, so we're obliged to help her without complaint.
좋아해.
Oh boy, future ain't looking too bright. Everyone's got a problem with Angela. What the heck did she do to deserve this reputation?
용서받지
She's done
못할
something
일이
unforgivable, just like I did in the past.
예전에
다른 건 몰라도
I still don't know a whole lot about this place, but I can see one thing.
도서관과 사서 전부
Something's terribly messed up with the library and staff. Weird. Who would have thought, Roland?
언젠가 풀릴 수 있긴 한 거야.
Can all this even be resolved at some point?
풀릴지는 모르겠지만
I can't answer that for sure.
결과는
But you'll get to see the result.
이 거래에
After all, there's a
명확한
clear end to this
끝이
deal.
있으니까요. 엔젤라가
If you follow
가려는
Angela
길을
along her journey to the end, you'll
만약
find out.
당신이 끝까지 함께한다면
벌써부터
All right.
막막해.
This is frustrating already. Roland's got a great face. I love it.
손님은 손님대로
I have guests to receive and librarians to take care of. Can we all be good friends of the library at least? Can we have that? Good. This is an interesting cutscene to follow up the last one where he's like, you shouldn't ever be friends with your fellow fixers, but now he's sitting here in the library being like, we should all be friends with each other, right? We should at least try.
롤랑 씨가 가져다주는
Among the books you bring, I will be sorting those out about the literature of the city.
도시의 문학에 대해 책이 쌓여가다
As you collect more
보면
books, you might be able to find answers to your questions.
롤랑
whether you
씨가
like it or not.
고민하시는 것을 알 수도 있겠죠.
That's Todd's best fuck around and find out face. She definitely seems like the kind of person who's like, I'm fucking tired of you, but I'm gonna keep presenting a big smile.
엔젤라가 뜬구름 잡는 소리 하지 말란 이유.
I'm finally starting to get why Angela hates roundabout speech so much. Oh, now she's just gonna stab you, Roland.
그래.
Alright,
이렇게 된 거.
fine.
내가 어떻게든 속
I'm
시원하게
gonna dig to the bottom of this mystery now that I've gotten into this mess.
힘내세요.
Good luck, Mr. Roland.
네.
Why?
따뜻한 응원.
Thanks for your supportive words, Miss Hod. Lord of Literature opened. Yeah. Let's check to see the invitation. We have the Book of Mars. It's just the Book of Mars. All right. So let's burn up. We'll burn up 2 copies of the Books of Mars. So we have 2 left over. Right. Wait, footsteps. That's pretty good. 2 to 3. Cover HP on those dodges though. Also good. What's up? Assault seems fine. I need to look up how good Mutilate is. Deflect. Also good. In the case that someone does do one of those 1 out of 6 attacks. Defensive dice gain plus X power for the scene. Alright. These seem like good cards. I don't know where I want to put them yet. I guess let's look at Hod. Also, wait, let me look at, what does Mars's page do? I can't sell? Awesome. Love to see that. I might just run that last one again just to try and get Mars's page. I'm kind of curious. Because I don't have time to go through another, like, full story beat. But, like, doing just one more fight shouldn't be too much of an issue. Oh my god. I need to learn how to fucking press a button. Okay. Which of these are good? Dodge and strike, no. Gather intel seems fine. We'll put in appetite. 3 to 4, it'll blit. That's good in certain cases. Prepared mind. That. Fleet footsteps as well. 3 low-cost cards, and then we'll boo some 2s and a 3. Rampage 2 to 4, 3 to 5, 3 to 5. Focus strikes. No, that's not assault. 1 to 5, 2 to 6, 3 to 6. Rampage seems better. But I guess this is all 3 of the attack types, and this is slash twice. Two paralysis is good if you're fighting 1 enemy. Maybe that's what I'll make this floor good at, fighting 1 enemy. I'll throw it in there. We'll keep a non-stop assault in there too, because we have the 0 cost cards, so we might have a better chance of pulling them out. We got Pierce, Slash, and Blunt. Go for another overpower. Chop it off seems bad. Dried up. Getting strength seems decent for 4 that's going up, like fighting one person. But if you're fighting one person, you want to have more of those like status effects that like actually paralyze people. Like, yeah, load up. Overpower, going first. Mutilate. What does bind do? Lowers all speed values for the next scene. I'll throw in this. It's a janky deck, I'll admit. Let's also just give you a random key page for now. Upon defeating an enemy. I'll give you Jack's page too. Oh my god, I'm a fool. Unequip. Give me back my normal stuff. Got my pages. The current setup. I'll figure out how to do that eventually. Not mess it up every time. Pod. Now let's take out all these cards. Let's equip this other Jack's page. Combat pages. Load. Odd. Thank you so much. Let's go to the library. Let's go to the invitations. Let's send out another. The book of Jack and a book of Pierre. Yes. So this will build up the emotion level, but only on one floor. I guess let's see what happens. She's gonna die during this fight, for sure. But still. Attack, 2 hits, 2 dodges, 1. Okay, this is not great for us. But if we can break that first one with this 2 to 6, especially on a bind, should be pretty good. This song used somewhere else? I feel like I've heard it before, but I like it. With paralysis. Bit 4 is pretty good, actually. Well, there's an ingredient hunt. But that'll probably clash against the other one and like might stagger. Nope. We just lost. Alright. Ow. Okay, you're all still slower. 1 to 6, 2 to 3, 2 to 6, 2 to 6. Oh, should be fine. At least this turn should be fine. Alright, are you weak to slash? You are weak to slash. We should non-stop assault you. We can't non-stop assault you. 2 to 6, 2 to 6, 1 to 6. Well, at least try and bleed you then. There's a stagger. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, we are doing pretty fine in terms of that. We just need to kill her, which we can do for certain. No, we can't, because we might get a 3 on this. But then she'll bleed out anyway. Did he intercept the attack? I got staggered, I might not get the attack. I'm a fool. And I can't do anything about this because I'm staggered. Yeah. So we'll just take the L here. Okay, so there's probably like a web, and once the web like closes out, you probably can't like go any further. Yeah, we'll go with Yasad and Piausi. Speed. Every Flow's music is just a remix of the same song. It's pretty great. Okay, that's why it sounded familiar. It is good. I do like this one. It's got, I don't want to say it's the vaporwavy kind of aspect, but it does have like kind of like a little bit more synthy vibe to it that I'm into. But the violins, and the other one. 2 to 3, dodge. Shouldn't attack him. You're going in there. 2 attacks. So I should 1 to 4. And a 1 to 4 again. So not you. I want you to do something. That's what I'm looking for. I could wallop. Wallop's always a choice. Yeah, we're gonna go for this. And then you can just go ruin this lady's day. At least try to. Almost. You're going over there. You two are both going over there. So I can intercept this guy before he attacks him. I think is how I understand this system to work. And I'm gonna try it this time just to see if it works. The 3 to 4, 2 to 6, 3 to 6, 1 to 7, 2 to 2, and a 2 to 6. We'll go with this one. It seems like it'll French will get intercepted by the higher speed girl though. So her attacks will get, okay. And then she's gonna be doing a 3 to 5 and a 3 to 5. Yeah, that'll be a problem. Okay. So I had the idea right, I just didn't notice this other aspect. When you're hovering over the attack over your target, you'll get many lines. So if I have this over here. Okay. So I'll intercept his line to him, but she's gonna intercept me. But if I go after this guy, oh, she's still gonna intercept me. So I should just go at her, I guess. 3 to 5. 3 to 6, 2 to 6. It's not great, but it's something. And then you two are both going at me. She's just faster and always intercept unless you have an even faster unit. Good. So like, if this guy's intercepting her, essentially, which I do. So I could block her off here. Hit her with these two. They'll probably clash. Do I have better dice rolls on this? Not particularly. But I should be able to guarantee a hit on her, which should bring her down. Actually, no, she's pretty endured against that type of damage. Don't remember the rules for intercepts on the same. Well, we're gonna find out. And now you should be able to going first this guy. Because he's gonna get her. Unless he gets to this guy first. We'll find out. Yeah, he hit her first. Well, it killed her. And now we get in here. And it turned out better than I thought? Yeah. Upon a successful blunt attack, we'll get those extra abilities. That'll be great. This guy's staggered. You're going after the lady. She's got 2 extra blunt attacks, so she can just go kill this guy. You're gonna have you come at this guy first. Endure. No, Endure's not great here. The second phase music finally kicked in. Ooh. I'm into it. We'll go with this here. She should be fine to just go and wallop this guy. That's not wallop, this is wallop. Which should kill him. A chance it won't, but like probably. There you go. Yeah, he intercepted him. I'd love to have some violence, but we'll throw it on this guy. And this is the third phase music, I guess? Because it's certainly much more synthy. We'll appreciate it for a few seconds before I do this big old murder. Has the background always been moving like that, or is that like a an effect now? Because we've gotten a few phases in. Oh, he died in the first hit. This is moon haunted. I can travel to the moon and fight off Neil Armstrong's ghost? That's right. Neil Armstrong actually died on the moon and somebody else came back. That's my conspiracy theory. Only 3 more books of Mars. That's kind of a shame. We'll burn them. A pity. I got an achievement called a pity. I'm not excited about this. What does that mean? I guess we turn them into books. Maybe it's just that. Oh, hello. Hello. This page is great. This is a fucking good card. You didn't have the speed dice slot before. I'm gonna give this to fucking... Well, I guess I'll give this to, Hod? While she's down here? She's just gonna be, She's just gonna be Mars. That's gonna be her whole thing. Look at that. That's fucking good shit. And we'll load up Hot again. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. I love this. This is great stuff. Alright. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's Library Ruina. We'll be playing again, not next week, because I'm going to be taking Monday and Tuesday off next week, because I got a whole shit ton of things to do that week. But the week afterwards, we'll be back to Library Ruina. I'm excited to get to like the hard stuff. It's supposed to be coming up real soon. Should be fun. Tomorrow I'll be playing... I'm trying to decide between Garlic and Route 96. Garlic is like this hard action platforming game. AOL recommended it to me, but Route 96, I popped into Sage Shinigami yesterday and he was playing it and it seemed really neat. You're basically, it's like a roguelite, but you're trying to like escape the borders of like the country. There's some pretty like too on the nose political commentary to be like super exciting from what I saw, but like the idea of the game seems interesting enough and enough people have been like, this seems like something you should check out. So we might check that out tomorrow. We might do a little bit of Garlic and a little bit of Route 96. Really depends. But we'll still be streaming next week on Sunday. Co-op Cuties will be doing more Nancy Drew. I'm excited. Nancy Drew is fun. Honestly, it's a fucking wild game. But for now, who do I want to raid? You know, I haven't gotten to raid Axton in a while. But first off, before I forget again, I forgot to do this yesterday. But shoutouts to, oh gosh, is there an underscore here? Shoutouts to McRissa Art once again for the raid yesterday. I forgot to do it yesterday. Please check out McRissa. They're playing Ooblets and then I started drawing afterwards.
Okay, I'm throwing bombs everywhere. Oh god. Oh, this is great. When you think of Kirby...
Kirby 64, fantastic game. I fucking love that game. I listened to the fucking soundtrack to the factory level on Kirby 64 a lot. Also, shout out again to Jamie Hayton. Thank you again so much for the raid.
Well, I'm just walking up behind people and making them the monsters to hunt you. Oh shit, a guy.
Yeah!
Go after her. Yeah, just go after her.
I was listening to the clip because I wasn't watching it, and I was just hearing a lizard the whole time. I was like, where's Jamie in this clip? And then I just pop over and then the yee. Anyhow, we're gonna go raid Axton. Axton's currently playing with Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Gear Solid 2, Guns of the Patriots. I think this is his first playthrough, which is pretty exciting. Anyhow, thanks y'all again. Stopping by. I really appreciate it. Bye-bye. Wait, no, bye-bye yet. I gotta fucking show up in the right Twitch chat. Make sure I don't have an ad on me before I get there. Big brain plays. Now, okay. Now, bye-bye.